a cumin.
This is the Say It Can't Gamer, and you are live with the MMA-Holes!
Mixed martial a-holes. MMA-Holes, 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 MMA-Holes. You like to be a mixed martial a-hole. MMA-Holes, 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 MMA-Holes.
Boom, 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 boom.
No way.
From the Queen Studios of New York, Bellator 206 Fight Week, Jon Jones versus DC on social media, FOOK on Friday with the points game, and the MMA-Holes. Yeah! Wonderful, wonderful. What's up, friends? Hey, everybody, it's FOOK on Friday.
Yes.
Welcome to the show. Jesse, myself,
Mystic Moss.
the points game. That's right, we're going to be playing the points game, something different tonight. 20 likes.
20 likes.
Let's start it off with a bang!
I've got fucking 20 likes.
Fuck. I've got fucking
20 likes.
Die of Leprosy. We are live on YouTube, we are on Podbean, and we are on iTunes as well. If you want to listen to the audio version of this disaster yeah.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Hi.
Hi. I was just looking into an article on something that is not true.
Not true. Fake news.
Fake
Well,
news.
tonight we will be delivering the news, and we will be playing the points game. Usually we roll the die of doom, or
The Die of Doom.
but we're not doing that tonight.
Man, I am getting better and better. Every time I know you're about to do that voice, I have to match you super quick because I never get the opportunity any other time.
Yep. Well, not tonight. No die of doom tonight. So, should we play the sad song? No, we shouldn't play the sad song because we're still playing the points game tonight.
Yep.
Okay? We're going to try something different tonight. Okay?
Yes.
This was an idea coming from the JBH side of things, and it will be interesting. And I need to win tonight the points game because I don't want to do this.
Because
I don't know. It's a
Because
bizarre idea, and I don't want to
Kid, you
do
looked
it.
at
Let me explain what we're doing. So if you're new to this, the points game works like this.
Yeah.
Every donation that comes in points to Mystic and points to JBH. The loser of the points game has to do something. And tonight, it's write a love letter to the highest donator.
I'll make sure that his smells like him too. I'll have him do a spritz of
The
cologne
You-
on his letter.
You mean your perfume?
No, of his cologne on the letter.
Yeah. So the
It's
highest
gonna be great.
donator.
So
Yeah.
donate to Jesse, and Chris writes you a personal love letter.
Yeah. So points to Mystic tonight. So you have Jesse write you a
You're
love
so
letter.
excited and you know it.
Anyway,
You know it.
yeah. Gage wants his love letter. Okay, so that's that. All right, we're going to try that one out. So we're going to do the show as normal. We're going to go through the news. We have a lot of stories tonight. And check it out. Johnny Bones Jones, the AKA Snitch, well, he's been going back and forth with Daniel Cormier on social media. Mm-hmm. Okay, so now there's been rumblings that Jon Jones perhaps might be on UFC 232. And credit to Shan Wood. Shan Wood actually threw it out there on a phone call.
Yes.
So we might have to call him
Shanwood.
Mystic Shan.
Mystic
I have to do
Shan.
that, Mystic Shan.
Yeah.
But yeah, Jon Jones, they were saying maybe Gustafsson, and then they were throwing out the Romero thing with Gustafsson, but that fell through. And it looks like Jon Jones will be on that 232 card. The question is against who? Mm-hmm. Well, he's been going back and forth on social media with Daniel Cormier, and he's like, "You mad, bro?" Daniel's like, "You snitch." And Jesse's got the article. So we're going to start off the show with this shit show over here. Yeah, we're gonna start off with this, okay?
Yeah.
First of all, before we read the comments from Instagram or their social media,
Yes.
we're gonna ask the chat this. Now that Jon Jones has been accused of doing bad things, and hold on, and now he's back in the UFC,
Yes.
USADA gives him a free pass. People are calling him a snitch or whatever. I don't know the story, right? We just know what we see and what we read. I was never the biggest Jon Jones fan. You know, it's not because he blew me off, Jesse.
Okay.
Well, he really didn't blow me off. He came over. He was nice enough to come on and say hello. And he got butthurt that God forbid, I was a Daniel Cormier fan.
Yes.
So if you're butthurt right off the bat, I consider you no matter how badass or of a fighter you are, or the greatest of all time, or whatever, it doesn't matter. So I never was the biggest Jon Jones fan. Now, we've heard good things from his friends. Yeah. They said a lot of good things about Jon Jones. But as a fan, and this is what this is, a fan's point of view, I've never had really good thoughts about Jon Jones. With that being said, coming back into the UFC, I'm excited because I like rooting against the guy. It's fun to root against the guy, and numbers, ratings, it's just something to talk about. So yeah, I want Jon Jones back because I like the shit talking. I like that. Daniel Cormier, he seems like he doesn't want to fight Jon, but I think he's going to get baited into this fight. So what I ask you, Jesse, and we know your feelings on Jon Jones, and actually to the new people out there, what are your feelings at this moment with Jon Jones? Jesse's vomiting. For those that are listening on Podbean, she's vomiting into the mic. But yeah, so she doesn't like Jon Jones. So
not the biggest fan. At
this stage of the game, I want to know in the chat, because when I was rooting for Daniel Cormier live, when they were fighting the second time, and Daniel Cormier ate the shin, the fight that doesn't count, but he ate the shin and dropped like a ton of bricks. And I was like, holy fuck, the chat room lit me on fire. A lot of Jon Jones people in there. Now, where we stand today, a week before Conor McGregor versus Khabib Nurmagomedov.
Wonderful.
Where do you stand with Jon Jones and DC? Are you team Jones, Bones, or are you team DC? Let me know in the chat. Jesse, I think we know what we are, right?
Right.
What are we? 20 likes.
20 likes.
20 likes. 20 likes. I've got fucking
20 likes.
20 likes. 20 likes. I've got fucking
20 likes.
20 likes. 20 likes. I've got fucking 20 likes. I hope the dislikes die of leprosy.
All right, let's see. Jesse, what does the chat say?
Roberto Hernandez is DC, Olympiolife DC, Almond Bro 74, DC Fact says, seriously, Mike H says Team DC. Steve Johnson says, I left some comments for you guys in the threat. Olympia, Gary says, I think Gary said DC. Doug McGuire says, black fighters have a distinctive bred-in advantage. Steve Johnson says, thread. Meaty Clockers, Team Cyborg. Sean Hart, DC, FOOK cheats. Schnozomatic says, weird beard and transvestite. Drunk Savage says, I hate Jon Jones as a person, but he's an interesting and entertaining fighter. But with that being said, I'm Team DC. Olympia Life says, okay, Steve. Post Resurrected says, look around the helmet and don't neglect.
But real quick, Russ, like, my beard...
It's not that weird.
Is better than anyone's beard. Stop it. Look at this thing. This thing is magical. I haven't even groomed this thing. Look at that. That thing's a thing of beauty. The best beard in MMA. The best beard in the game right over here. With a little highlight action. No product in here. Red with a little highlight of the gray. It's very sensual. What else we got going on in that chat?
Kevin Cousins says DC is the epitome of a people's champ. Ann H says, hello, Chris and Jesse. Hello, Ann H. Paul Fahey says, it got a DC, but there's just something about Jon Jones.
There is.
Roberto Hernandez says, Jon Jones is great, but I like DC more. Drunk Savage says, Ann H. Hey, knitter. Boss Kogar says, I'd party with Jon Jones.
All right, so it looks like that majority of people are Team DC. And yeah, I would party with Jon Jones too. Who am I kidding? It sounds like he flipped the bill, right? He's the person that picks up the check, you know?
More importantly, Doug McGuire thinks you're an all-around work of art. Hashtag no homo.
Thank you. Thank you, Doug. I appreciate it. I appreciate it very much.
Maybe Doug is the one you're going to write the love letter to tonight.
It's true. If you're just jumping in the points game, the loser has to write a love letter, and it goes to the highest donator. So there's a lot of things that go on.
Yeah.
So there is a loser tonight.
Yeah.
And it's like a double whammy.
It's
bizarre because now we have this highest donator over here. So the question is, who gets the love letter and who
gets their name?
Gets the L.
There? No. Well, the one writing the love letter is the L.
What?
Oh, you're saying the receiver of the love letter gets the L?
Yes. There's two things that are happening tonight.
Doubtful.
Jesse. What do you
I
mean?
don't think because if I ever
No,
lost,
wait, hold on a second. I'm saying there's 2 things that's going to happen. We're going to
Yeah.
find out who is the highest donator of tonight.
Yeah, and who gets the L.
And that person gets the love letter, right?
And
then who gets the L, JBH or Mystic? That's 2
Yeah.
things. Yeah. Okay. But I don't know what you were trying to explain.
I'm sorry, guys. Mystic Moss has officially declared me non-caffeinated for the last week, so my brain is not up to par.
It's all right. We
I've
forgive
had
you.
0 caffeine except for 1 day.
It's all right, Jesse. Caffeine is not the answer for anything.
It is the
Never been.
answer, but he fucking took it away from me.
Well, you know, sometimes you got to make an executive decision around here. And
I love you.
I think it's time for the news, Jesse. How you feel about that? A lot of stories tonight on FOOK off motherfucking Friday. Right?
Yes.
Indeed.
Jesse, read us the news. Oh, Jesse, I want the MMA news.
Shout out to Ross.
Wake up.
All right.
I know.
Wonderful,
For all of you guys saying caffeine is life, imagine someone just ripping it right out of your hands.
No comment. All right, so the MMA-Holes.com. Shout out to TygerLyfe Energy, motherfuckers. That's right. TygerLyfe Energy is wonderful. Our sponsor for this lovely evening over here, Duplex Entertainment as well. But if you haven't checked out TygerLyfe Energy, you must get your hands on one of those cans because the cleanest energy in town, Jesse, right?
Right.
What's in the news?
All right. So starting with Daniel Cormier and Jon Jones.
Mm-hmm.
Bum, bum, bum. All right.
Oh, am I in the wrong one?
Jon Jones sends a venomous message to Daniel Cormier. Here is what he said.
Venomous. All right.
Venomous.
Now, if you're just jumping in, this is the main topic that we need to talk about here. All right?
Yes.
So everyone, just pull up a seat and just listen. All right.
Did you think that one of MMA's all-time most heated rivalries was over? Well, if you did, then you were very much mistaken. 2 of MMA's greatest to ever do it are Jon Bones Jones and Daniel Cormier, one of which is the former light heavyweight champion, while the other is the current, as well as the heavyweight champion. The former champ Jones lost his title due to his own mistakes as he is being stripped of the title on 2 separate occasions, 3 counting interim. After finally getting his recent USADA suspension settled, he is now eligible to return at the end of October. Instantly reacting to the news was Cormier, who was less than pleased and directed most of his displeasure towards USADA. In a recent post to his social media, Cormier shared a screenshot of a missed call from USADA as he told them to stop calling.
Oh, boy.
Jones responded in the only way Jones could in an Instagram post of his own.
All right, so here's the screenshot over here.
Yes.
Right, this is what DC put out, but Jon Jones took it. And what did Jon Jones say?
Jon Jones reposted that photo and then said, DC, you mad, bro? USADA keeps calling, but you're not going to pick up the phone because the second you hear them say I'm innocent is the instant the illusion you've created shatters. Then it's all real again, and that's not a step you're willing to take. Instead, you wrap yourself in your fake belt and keep telling yourself the shin that slammed you into your face and the performance that buried you once again was enhanced. The fact you can't beat me kills you, and it stops you from picking up that phone. If you answer it, then the nightmare becomes a reality. Then again, maybe you do pick up, accept the truth that you were defeated by a superior fighter, and that gives you peace. Or it goes another way and you get motivated to try a 3rd time, and that will save me some hassle of having to dig you up before I bury you. So now that the illusion you've built is crumbling and the violation was not intended, nor could it have enhanced the athlete's performance, you still have to tell yourself something, yeah? And while there was absolutely no intention to use prohibited substances, it was my intention to kick your ass once again. Mission accomplished. Pick up your phone. # let's talk about it.
Okay, so what are your thoughts on this? Johnny Bones Jones with a screenshot of Daniel Cormier's anti-doping agency, blah, blah, blah. Oh, man. I kind of wish that we had a fight, right, scheduled, and then the trash talk. I don't give a fuck about this. I don't give a fuck about this, Jesse. I don't know. It's just, it's killing me. It just comes across to me as cringy.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know if it's because I am Team DC and maybe I'm biased. Let me know in the chat what you guys think. But this whole thing just comes across a superior fighter. Now, Jon Jones, yeah, the guy's probably one of the best ever.
Right.
But the fact that he's been, busted multiple times for steroids and then, rats out people to get a shorter sentence. It's just the guy. There's not much to like.
Right.
There's not much to like. And reading this, it just makes it worse for me. What do you get from reading this, Jesse?
Listen, we already know where I stand when it comes to Jon Jones, so this doesn't help the situation at all, and I think it's the same way for a lot of non-Jon Jones fans. I read this, and it's not just cringe for me. It's kind of like, what the fuck are you doing, man? Like, it's over. Just let it go. It's over. You fucked up. You cheated. And it's almost like he's trying to justify his actions, and it's bizarre.
Schedule the fight. Let's get round number 3, whether they fight at heavyweight or back at light heavyweight. Let's run it back. Make the fight. Lock it up. Let's go. But I think this just doesn't work for me. Now, what was the retaliation over here from?
All right.
A certain Daniel Cormier. What is it in the article or?
Oh, it's a second article.
Oh, okay. Might as well just jump to it now. Fuck it.
Okay.
The MMA-Holes.com is where these stories are at, and we're talking about Jon Jones and Daniel Cormier. Going back and forth.
Cormier did fire back at Jon Jones after he posted the joke on social media about himself ignoring USADA's calls. Jones went on the offensive, accusing Cormier of not wanting to accept that he is innocent and referring to Cormier's light heavyweight title as a fake belt. Cormier responded in kind on Instagram, referencing Jones's failed test, posting pictures of his mugshots and appearances in court for various legal infractions, and calling him a snitch due to the fact that USADA release stated that Jones delivered of substantial assistance played a part in his receiving a reduced sentence. So in essence, snitching. All right. So here's what he said. And if you want to look on there's all the pictures.
So here's the pictures. I'm going to show you the pictures here. Johnny looking good. Johnny looks good in orange. He looks nice. So here's the pictures that Daniel Cormier. Hold on, I'm going to scroll through it.
Well, you can scroll through them while I read his caption.
All right, go for it.
So what Cormier said with it was, so here we go again, Johnny boy. First off, if you did nothing wrong and were innocent, then you'd have never been suspended. You've had to stand before these people and arbitrators so many times it's insane. So you slipped again. How many times can one man slip? I've been tested 70 times and I haven't slipped once. How do you explain that? And on top of all the cheating you've done around UFC 182, UFC 200, and UFC 214, that's not even the straw that broke the camel's back. You are actually a snitch. You think you're the only one that's been offered this deal. No, you're just the only scumbag low enough to take it. Which one of your teammates did you tell on to get this joke of a punishment from USADA? I thought there was nothing lower than a cheater, but it's not surprising that you show me a whole new level. You're a cheater and a snitch. Get off my page and go do some coke or steroids or whatever you losers do in your spare time.
Oh, man, DC salty as fuck. Now, okay, in this exchange, I give it to DC, right? I give it to DC.
100%.
I really do. Just by putting everything aside, reading both things, I think DC got him. I really do. I mean, he may have went overboard with the pictures. He didn't have to put all these fucking pictures over here, but I guess he's trying to prove a point. But just from just by social media posts, right? Put together, reading them both multiple times, man, I got to go Team DC on this one. The only thing I hate about DC is he's friends with Luke Rockhold. That he loses points right there. Fuck Luke Rockhold, right? I mean, that guy he's so annoying. DC loses street cred because he's good friends with Luke Rockhold. But other than that, I got to say that DC won the exchange, in my opinion. Jesse, what do you say?
I say DC definitely won the exchange on that one.
We got Vlad coming in with donation.
And you're going to need a fucking army to come take them belts off me.
Jon Jones is living rent-free in Daniel's head. Even after DC won his heavyweight belt, he brought him up. Must be shitty to have this constant insecurity lingering in the back of your head. DC can only verbally destroy Jon, never in a fight.
All right, so that's what Vlad's saying over there. We're going to put Vlad at top for the highest donator over here. So he's at 2.
So wait, I maybe I misunderstood it, or I wasn't listening to it properly. First of all, Vlad, where the fuck did the points go? You're not going to give me points?
Well,
you don't want a love letter from Mystic Moss?
He doesn't want the love letter, Jesse, apparently. All right, so Vlad's got the 2 points over there. So this is how this is working, the people that are just jumping in. The highest donator is going to get a love letter, but it's got to be the points game. So you say points to Mystic or points to JBH, and then the loser has to write a love letter. So if Mystic Moss has 2, Jesse has 0, that means Jesse will be writing a love letter to Vlad.
Wonderful.
Now let's get to what Vlad said.
Yeah.
I agree with the fact that he said that Jon Jones will forever be inside DC's head. I do believe that. The only thing I disagree with is I still believe that DC could beat Jon Jones in a fight. In fact, the second fight, I thought that DC was holding his own and had a chance to pull away in that fight. The momentum was turning. It just so happened he ate a shin to the side of his head, you know? A little unfortunate thing that happened over there. But I really do believe that DC had a chance in winning that fight. He got caught. DC dropped the hands and bow. And granted, Jon Jones was working the body, and set it up. But I feel that shot to the head, that was, it is what it is. He got caught. DC got caught in that fight.
Agreed.
In a third fight at heavyweight, even Jon Jones, these words came out of Jon Jones's mouth that he thinks that DC would be even a harder opponent at heavyweight. So I think it's a different, I really do believe it is a different fight. A third one at heavyweight. I don't know. I think that DC has a good shot in that fight. The only thing against DC right now is his age. Jon Jones, coming off of that long break, OSP, when he came back, didn't look very good.
DC's looking for his last fight, too. We have to remember that. And I know that he had mentioned the whole Brock Lesnar thing, but he is looking for his last fight. He's going to be retiring. So, do you really think Jon Jones is going to be his last fight?
Like Vlad said, Jones is in DC's head, and DC's a competitor. So I feel this. DC is going to be grabbing that fight against Brock Lesnar. He's going to go for the money, right? But if the UFC is like, well, you fight Jones again, we might be able to throw some money at you, my friend.
Yeah.
He's going to take it. And that might be his last fight. I feel that DC is probably going to fight Brock Lesnar and retire on Jon Jones 3.
Remember, Brock Lesnar went back into the WWE.
Yeah, but I think it's going to be next year.
His sights set on UFC, but first of all, he's not even eligible until January, so...
Money talks.
True.
Money talks. So maybe DC comes. It doesn't look like DC has any interest in coming back before the year is up.
Oh, yeah, no.
But money does talk. And at heavyweight,
right,
it's likely. So I don't know. What do you guys think in the chat? Do you feel that DC will be back before the year is up? But who won the exchange on the social media? We're both saying DC for that one. Jesse, what do you say in the chat?
Weezing336 says, you'd be a fool to count out Lesnar. Oh, I missed it. Sorry, Weezing. My apologies.
Hold on. I'm pulling it back.
You'd be a fool to count out Lesnar in the DC fight. That's not to say Lesnar will win, just saying Lesnar is a big man. Doug McGuire says, gay agent, I'm Tom Brady with... Hold on, guys.
You have a chat in front of you too, no? Oh, okay.
Gay agent, I'm Tom Brady with blonde hair and without the lucrative NFL career. Greg Odom Blaze is laughing in the chat. And he says, FOOK unite, but I'm not posting any links. FOOK off. Mike H says, DC, Isaiah Moore. John buried himself like usual. Sean Hart says, DC all day 1. Greg Odom Blaze says, Cormier 1. Jon Jones is retarded. Yusuf 1994 40 or 94th 11-6 says, Johnny boy, what about him? Vito Garcia says Jon Jones equals mouse pill snow. Staley02 says this chat is all about hating Jews and laughing. Dylan Dorsey says Luke Rockhold is a douche. Big Face Southern California says I feel Daniel knocked out DC. Haha, Moss, remember that. Drunk Savage says what do gay guys call an upside down chair? Table for 4. Ah, that's funny, Drunk Savage. That is funny. Get it? What do gay guys call an upside down chair? Table for 4.
Jesse, you've never heard that joke before.
That's really good. Who came up with that one? That's funny.
That's why I like Jesse. I tell you what, there's a couple of things about Jesse with, listen, she's a lot younger than majority of us here. And that joke, which is probably one of the oldest
funny.
jokes. And the fact that you've never seen Beetlejuice. Now, talk to the... Hold on. Let me put the camera on you for a second. First of all, how dare your parents not subject you to Beetlejuice, right? Now look into the camera. Look into these people's eyes and say, I have not seen Beetlejuice.
I have not? seeing Beetlejuice.
Oh my God, no! Guess what we're watching after this. Anyway, if you...
Are we?
Well, I don't know. We'll see how late it goes. We're going to go about 2 hours tonight. We are playing the points game. So remember, when you donate points to Mystic or points to JBH, the loser has to write a love letter to whoever the highest donator. Right now, it's Vlad.
Vlad, would you like me to write a love letter to you?
Oh, so you want to write a love letter? Oh.
I say that because Vlad's been donating to you so much.
You trying to reverse psychology?
Maybe.
All right. Jesse?
Yeah.
What else do we have in the news tonight? Friday night on the MMA-Holes.com.
The MMA-Holes?
.com.
.com.
Yes.
All right. According to Bloody Elbow, wah, wah, wah. Winklejohn says that Jon Jones is, quote, scared to eat out because staff might spike his food.
What the fuck?
A moment of silence. It's for everyone to process what I just said. Jon Jones is scared to eat out because the staff might spike his food. Might spike. The staff might spike.
All right, so who said
food.
it? Winklejohn said this?
Yes.
Please elaborate this story because
Okay.
it's so ridiculous.
All right. Since the onset of his second UFC drug test failure after UFC 214 in July 2017, Jon Jones and his team have attested that it was likely due to tainted supplements. And apparently, this has affected the former 205-pound champ even in his personal life. In a recent interview with Submission Radio, striking coach Mike Winklejohn revealed that Bones now has concerns even when dining in restaurants. All of it, he says, is rooted to the entire contaminated supplement situation. He said, quote, "Well, I think they should have made a deal a long time ago. When you actually look deep, you forget about all the things that people say, and you actually look at the ruling the UFC had and what their words were that they used when they say the amount of substance was so small."
A Christopher Shelton dropping in.
10 to my fellow Chris in arms.
Whoa! Really? Holy mother of God. Look at that. This super chat, the 10th spot over there. Thank you, Christopher Shelton. So let's drop that over here before we get back into the game. 10 on the board. And Shelton is in the lead. That means Jesse will be sending you.
You better be prepared for like the most amazing love letter in the world, Christopher Shelton, because it's not going to be amazing. I got to tell you. I got to be honest with you. I tried to hype that up.
What?
I tried to hype it up. It's going to be shit. If and you should be donating to anyone, it should be to me. He writes. He would write you the best. I'd have him spray his cologne all over it so you could have the smell of him.
That's not happening.
Just make him lose. That's all I need you guys to do. Make him lose, and I can have him write you a love letter.
It looks like Chris Shelton's getting a love letter from you, Jesse. As I'm trying to fucking get this thing on the car. And there it is. Chris Shelton. Highest donator. Chris Shelton over there. That's right. And you know what that means? Oh shit! We're going to come on Ronda. Luke Rockhold. Fab.
Yes.
Everybody
yes.
fab.
Yes. Yes.
Fab.
Son of a bitch. Son of a bitch. Luke Rockhold's in the lead. Come on, Ronda. Come on, Ronda. Come on, Ronda. Everybody, come on, Ronda. Fap in the chat.
Fab.
Holy shit.
Write me a love letter and read it on Airmos. I would love for you to profess your love to me. I know you want to, winking face.
There you
Write
go.
him a love letter.
Holy
and
shit.
read it on air.
All right.
Write him a love letter, Moss. Suck on that, Christopher Shelton. What?
God damn it. All right, so there's 12 points to Jesse. Right now it's 12 to 10. And the donate, this is a lot of work. Why did I agree
I
to this?
guarantee you, Luke Rockhold, you will love your love letter from Mystic Moss.
You know, I made the mistake of saying that, what was that, 12?
12.
Yeah, okay. I made the mistake of saying how much I don't like Luke Rockhold, and it's Daniel Cormier's.
Now he has to write a love letter to Luke Rockhold.
All right. So it's 12 to 10. Perfect. You motherfucking Luke Rockhold. Thank you for the donation, you cocksucker. All right, what's going on over here, Jesse?
All right.
I need help. Now, if you're just jumping in before Jesse gets back into news, this is what's working. We're playing the points game. It's 12-10. JBH is in the lead by 2. The highest donator gets a love letter. So right now, Luke Rockhold donated $12. So I have to send Vlad a love letter.
No, you have to send Rockhold a love letter. We don't know if it's Vlad.
Yeah. So someone...
And Rockhold requested that you read it on air.
And I read it on air.
Yeah.
Well, they have to read it on air.
So that means
Luke
they don't want
Rockhold
you
has to message
it.
us and read it on air.
Huh?
Luke Rockhold has to read it on air.
No, you have to read it on air.
Well, I'm sending
he
him the
paid
message.
for it.
All right. Well, let's see. Let's find out who the highest donator is. All right. Let's talk about this story over here.
All right.
Winklejohn.
Winklejohn said, when you actually look deep, you forget about all the things that people said and you actually look at the ruling the UFC had and what their words were that they used. And when they say that the amount of the substance was so small that there was absolutely no way that could have been used as a performance enhancer, when you actually have a look at the words that they said, I'm actually surprised he had as long as a suspension as he had. But people just have a tendency to just go, oh, he just did steroids, and they did jump on it. And before that, it was a Cialis, and they think that's steroids. So I have to defend Jon on that. There's no doubt something got in there somehow, but it's scary. Jon's even scared to eat out. He's scared to be anywhere. He's like, gosh, what if that waiter doesn't like me? The busboy doesn't like me, you know? Who knows what's going to happen out there? And it is kind of scary if you think about it. Jones did get a reduced suspension from a possible 4 years to a mere 15 months, according to reports. He is likely being booked for a rematch against Alexander Gustafsson, which is being targeted to take place at UFC 232 on December 29th in Las Vegas.
Yeah, so it does look like that Daniel Cormier won't be fighting Jon Jones next. I say Daniel Cormier fights Brock. If Jones gets past Gus the second time, imagine Jones loses. I tell you what, if Jones loses, Jones comes back and Gus smacks him around, right?
Yeah.
DC Jones will never happen. It will never happen.
If Gustafsson smacks Jones around?
Yes. It's not happening at all.
Why would you think so?
Why would it happen? There's no reason for it to happen anymore.
Okay, so,
I mean,
I
DC can say, okay, I want to, get that loss back.
Yeah.
Maybe, but why would he even give a fuck if Jones gets smacked around by Gustafsson when he comes back? Jones, DC tossed around Gus. Jones almost lost to him the first time around. DC might not even give a fuck. So that's a big fight to look out for if Jones, Gustafsson 2 happens.
Let's just focus on the fact that Jon Jones is afraid to eat out because they will spike his food with steroids.
Well, I was trying to help Johnny Bones. John, if you're watching, I was trying to help you out there and change it around a little bit, And the fact that,
Colby Covington even had some words for this.
Yeah, what did he have to say?
Yeah, he posted a tweet out there saying, at Johnny Bones, yeah, John, Applebee's keeps steroids and cocaine on site to sprinkle in your soup du jour. You're such a fucking ass clown.
It's getting cringier and cringier, right? It's getting cringier and cringier with Jon Bones Jones. I just kind of want him to get in the cage already and just fight, and all this weird steroid stuff and the snitch, the not being able to eat at certain spots. Where do you think they just lock him in a room?
He's not making himself a very reputable name.
Is there any people in the chat that were Jon Jones fans, and then after this last strike on him, they were like, okay, I give up. I'm done with Jon Jones. Let me know in the chat if you were one of those. I mean, I was never on board with Jon Jones. As an athlete, the guy's amazing, right? The guy's a specimen. Even with the steroids, it's tough. It's tough for me to be like the guy, because he cheated, he's that good. I mean, I'm sure it helps, but the guy has all the tools to be that good, and I don't know. It's just shame. It's a damn shame.
Yeah.
Let's see what the chat says.
Jake Troy says, fuck Jon Jones. Cayman Ryder says, Weezing336. Yeah, people say he's just a real estate agent. He's had 88% takedown defense before the Khabib fight. Khabib still took him down. Tom Brady says, what's wrong with steroids? Honestly, Vlad says, nope. Steve Johnson, I don't care how many drugs they do. I'm a drug doer myself. Schnozomatic says, Luke Cuckold. Greg Odom says, or DC. Vigo Stockholm says, Proper 12 is greater than Jon Jones. Staley
By the way, shout out to Vlad. Just bought himself 2 bottles of the Proper 12. Vlad, let us know if you've actually tried Proper 12 and give us your comprehensive review. I want to know everything about it. I want your rating. How good is it against Jameson and other whiskeys? It's not very highly priced, but I want to know your rating. And we ordered 2 bottles ourselves, Jesse.
Yeah.
Are you pumped up? Now, this is.
I'm always pumped for scotch.
It's fucking. It's not scotch. It's just whiskey.
I mean whiskey.
It's not scotch whiskey. It's just whiskey. But it's FOOK Friday, and we can talk about whatever the fuck we want. Who cares?
Yeah.
Right. And let's talk about because we don't fucking care.
Because
wonderful.
But here's the thing. We will open up the lines later. We went to get a bottle of Proper 12. We actually bought 2 bottles, and we're like, we're such degenerates that we were going to a family function. We went to a local liquor store, out in Long Island, and we were like, let's see if they have it. Maybe by some lucky chance we can find it. And no, it's not there. Apparently, all the local there it is, Marky.
Whoa, you almost hit me in the face.
Marky Wahoo! With the donation.
Take them belts off me.
Booyah. All y'all naggers gonna lick my balls.
Whoa.
I'm feeling the favor and flow to make a hood bitch touch her toes.
Uh-oh.
Points to my nugga Crizzle. Peace,
Yes.
partner.
His
Thank
nugga
you.
Crizzle.
Marky Wahoo.
Crizzle, how
That's
are
right.
you tonight? How are
I'm
you doing,
shizzle my
Crizzle?
nizzle. There we go. Points to Mystic over there. Crizzle. Crizzle with the points. And you know what that means, Jesse, right? That's right, Jesse. It's a fucking dance party now. Because right now, it's 13-12. And Jesse has to write the love letter to the
Luke
highest
Rockhold.
donator, Luke Rockhold. Marky.
You just fist
Marky. That's right. I fist pumped.
He went.
Wonderful.
All right, so let's get back to the story. Thank you for the donations tonight. I do appreciate it.
Yeah.
13-12, close game. So we couldn't get the Proper 12. All the local places are in New York. They're pulling it in. They're trying to get it by next week. So next week, if you're in New York, you can get yourself some Proper 12. But what do we have, Jesse? Besides, what are you doing? What do we have during the weekend? What do we try?
What was it called?
It was whiskey.
Yeah, no shit. What was it called?
It was the Metallica whiskey.
But no, there was a name for it.
Yes. Do you remember? If your prom
It's
date,
90 proof.
your prom date, you got what? You got what?
Blacked.
You got blacked. Yes, you got blacked. So,
I didn't go to prom. I didn't go to prom, but I knew you were going
there you go.
there.
Drunk Savage is blackened. That's right. We had blackened whiskey. Let me know in the chat if you tried that. Apparently, it came out the other day, and we tried it. It's okay, right? It was all right. It was okay. The bottle was better than the taste.
Obama wheezing.
I heard Proper 12 is delish. I am not optimistic about what's it called? The Proper 12. I'm not optimistic. Any whiskey that's $25, it's not. I can't see it being any good, to be honest. Fingers crossed that's halfway decent. If it's a halfway
I
decent
think
whiskey
it's
or
gonna
scotch,
be fine. Don't worry
well, you
about
don't
it.
care. As long as it bursts your brain cells, that's all you care about.
If
right?
it burns going down and it makes me feel wonderful, that's all that matters.
So Vlad in the chat, let us know how Proper 12 tastes. We want to know. But if you want the MMA-Holes, you want to get our point of view, you're going to have to join us on... Now, we're probably going to get it before the press conference on Thursday.
Yeah, I'm sure we will.
Do we hold out and have Proper 12 during McGregor Khabib? Or do we take a swig during the press conference?
Yeah, take something. Every time he says, we'll do one bottle during the press conference, one during UFC 229. How about that?
Not optimistic, just mystics. This is Sean Hart, yeah.
Wonderful.
It's true. I get it.
Sean Hart. Knee slapper.
Yeah, but you know what's gonna happen? What if it's good, right? And then what are you doing? The fuck? 13-12 motherfuckers. So what if we try it, right?
We'll do one bottle on press conference night and then one bottle on
What?
229.
You are an alcoholic.
No, I'm
it's
not.
it's very
I'm just saying.
well. In fairness, you don't have a life, right? We just do this, and your glory days are on the MMA, so you might as well just get drunk. Hey, Vlad is back with the review.
Smooth and sweat. Perfectly blended. I'd drink it over Jameson anytime.
Oh wow.
Shout out to Pulse Reloaded for having a pre-FOOK off Friday drink with me. See the message board for pictures.
I saw Vlad.
All right, let's see what he's
I
saying.
saw it, but because you didn't give the points to anyone, we're not showing it.
I'll show it. That's all right. Thank you for the donation.
He
We're
just
not allowed to?
undermines me.
What? We can't show it?
He keeps undermining me.
I'm reminding you of what? What am I reminding you of? All right, let me know in the chat with the ones if you want me to show you. And that's right, we are playing the points game 13-12. Right now, Mystic is winning by 1 point. The loser has to roll. Well, not roll. I wish roll. Has to write a love letter to the highest donator.
Next time, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Well, I'm trying to explain it to the new. There's
I know,
100 people in.
Go ahead.
The highest donator right now is Luke Rockhold. So yeah, that's how that works. Okay,
Yeah.
so next time what?
Next time your finger goes this close to my face, I'm gonna bite it off.
I wish we did that challenge.
What?
It was a good. Don't say what it is.
Well, why not?
Well, no, we can't say. What we're gonna do is we're gonna have a new Die of Doom. By the way, we're gonna have a new one. So we're gonna switch it up with the Die of Doom. There's gonna be new challenges to the loser of the points game. So look for that. That's coming soon. And tonight, love letter. Guess who came up with that idea? Okay.
I knew Chris was just in the mood to write a love letter.
Yeah.
So he.
Yeah. Well, you're writing it right now. So FOOK off. That's
okay.
right. Because tonight, the boys are winning. That's right? The boys are winning tonight? Okay, Jesse, what else do we have in the news? Hit me with I did see some ones in the chat. But do we show what Vlad's talking about?
No, there's a 0.
Okay. What else do we have in the news?
Scott Coker says that Eddie Alvarez to Bellator I just like to get through one sentence. Doesn't seem likely at this point. If you hoped that free agent Eddie Alvarez would return to Bellator MMA and perhaps have a trilogy fight with Michael Chandler, you're in for disappointment. Bellator CEO Scott Coker told MMA Fighting at Bellator 206 Media Day on Thursday that the chances of the former UFC and Bellator lightweight champion ending up returning to his old Bellator stomping grounds don't look so hot. He said, quote, "It doesn't seem likely at this point. Alvarez was the face of Bellator at the Rebney era, going all the way back to Bellator 1 in 2009. He was a 2-time 155-pound champ, splitting a sensational pair of title bouts with Chandler along the way, which helped legitimize the company's roster as Big League. But in Philadelphia, the Philadelphia native butted heads with former CEO Rebney and ultimately ended up in a litigation with the company. In August 2014, Coker, soon after taking over the reins, released Alvarez from his contract. From there, Alvarez went on to win the UFC lightweight title, scoring a first-round knockout of RDA to win the belt on July 7th.
Mr. Iron coming in with the donation.
Come take them belts off me.
Jon Jones is still one of
I'm
my
talking.
favorite fighters. I didn't jump on the he's AFOOKIN cheetah train. I've done cocaine. Should I not be allowed to be an MMA hole?
No, you can. It's fine.
Hitting that Preggers bitch was pretty fucked up, but God forgives and you should too.
Okay.
PT's JBH.
Stephen
There we
Irons,
go.
thank you for making Mystic Moss have to write the love letter to Luke Rockhold.
14-13. Now, listen, if you do cocaine, we encourage that. Do plenty of cocaine in that chat room because that's what you're going to need to get through our shows, right?
Of course.
That's true. So
Wonderful,
enjoy the coke. But what he said about, forgiving Jon Jones.
Yeah. Tell me
Yeah,
about it.
everyone could get forgiven, but here's the problem. I had a problem with Jones beforehand.
Yeah.
So it's harder for me. I've forgiven people before, right?
He's forgiven me countless times.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
But it's not about forgiving Jon Jones to me. It's a matter of being annoying, right? And I feel that Jon Jones is incredibly annoying. He is. He's fucking annoying.
Yeah.
Right? It's such a waste of talent. That's the thing. Like if I had his talent, I would be getting in trouble, but like banging bitches and like what?
What the fuck?
What? What's wrong?
Sometimes you just do things that are not needed.
Well, I'm talented and I'm banging bitch. I'm banging a bitch. Not a bitch.
I'm not a bitch.
Thank you. Stephen Irons jumping in with the donation.
And you're gonna need a fucking army to come take them belts off me.
All right.
Oh well, then never mind then. Points most.
All right. There you go. Thank you, Steve. See, it's just that simple. For the boys, motherfuckers. That's right. Mr. Irons changes his mind and drops it to Mystic. Yes. Let's have a party, boys. It's 15-14 on the points game. And Luke Rockhold's getting a love letter so far from Jesse. For the boys.
What happened, Steven?
OJ.
I love that Coke. 2 points most American football.
All right, thank you, OJ. Appreciate it. Look at that. OJ Simpson dropping in the points. Uh-oh. That's right. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. The points are to Mystic again. It's a good night. All right. It's a good night, Jesse. How do you feel about this? Domination, 17
I want to
to
know
14.
what happens, Steven Irons. 1 minute you're giving me the points, the next minute you're like, oh, never mind.
You know what I love about the points game is it's like the chat room gets to say fuck the news. I love it. It's just like we start talking about
Why,
the news
Steven?
and it really gets FOOK off. Why? What do you mean why? It's for the
they
boys.
FOOK off the news and then Steven just pulls my points and gives them to you. Steven, you and I are going to have a sit down.
All right, points to Mystic for that one. Thank you very much for playing along. 17 to 14 right now. So yeah, Jon Jones is annoying and Scott Coker looks like a villain from. Well, he looks like someone from the Cantina in Star Wars, like an extra from the Cantina in Star Wars, right? Hold on a second. Let's see if we can do something here. There's the mouth. Put it over here. CBD.
Yeah.
Steven Dyer. CBD with Nate Diaz.
CBD.
Raise the roof.
That's right. Smoke.
CBD. It helps with healing process and inflammation and stuff like that. So
Happy Friday, motherfuckers. Nate Diaz.
Or after fights, training, and make your life a better place.
Make your life a better place.
I still have love, no sit down needed.
There you go.
Steven Irons.
No points, but he still has love.
What? He said JBH.
No, he says,
I still love JBH.
I still have a love, JBH. No sit down needed. That's not points to you.
Steven, was that points to me?
No. It's got to say points to Mystic or points to Jesse.
But
points to
no,
Chris.
you've done that before too.
What?
You've done that before when it didn't say points to Moss, but it'll just say Moss or something. You take the points.
See, look, Steven Iron says, oh, said JBH.
I said JBH. That's points.
It didn't say points.
No, you've done it too. You've done that too. You can't do that. You can't just make up your own rules as you go.
That is the rules. What are you talking about?
No, there have been times when it's just said Mystic Moss or Moss, and you'll just take them because it says your name, but it didn't say points to Moss. It just says Moss.
When we made the rules were made to be broken, right?
Your rules, apparently.
But not my rules.
My
are
your
rules are never
rules.
made to be broken. No, we made these rules from the very beginning, Jess.
But you've done. Someone please go back to any of our FOOK Off Fridays and.
Hold on. Go ahead. Yeah. Go ahead. You need music for your rant, or do this. You want that? You want that?
Jessie has tits. She wins the points game. Thank you, Kevin Costa. In the points game.
Rules are rules, motherfucker. It's time to rant. Jesse.
Gonna rant and piss people off. It's time to rant. It's time to rant. Get ready for a rant and get pissed off. If you care, go away. I don't want you here anyway.
Jesse's gonna rant. Jesse's gonna rant.
Fuck. Shit, fuck.
Mystic Moss has made up his own points for his own rules for the points game since the points game started.
Boo.
Someone can go back to any stream that we have ever had and see that Mystic Moss, when a donation comes, if it says just Mystic, just Moss, or just Mystic Moss, and it has no points too in it, he still takes the fucking points. But the moment that my name comes up in a donation, Jesse doesn't get the points. We don't just make up rules as we go anymore. This is the points game.
All right, so
Chris.
This is what we're gonna do. Jesse. Jesus Christ, you spit all over me. It's like suffering. This is what we're gonna do. The first person that goes into this chat room and says points to Mystic or points to Jesse, yes or no, right? Points to Jesse, yes or no. We'll vote
She's
you the
correct,
points.
Moss. Don't be a playa
The
hater.
first person that says points to Jesse, yes or no, is the points. Let's see.
And you're gonna need a fucking army to come take them belts off me.
Points to Moss. See?
Points to
Pulse,
JBH.
drink pulse. What's this? Me. What? You don't drink it straight on the rocks. Pulse. No. Usually I like it dressed up with pretty colors and mixed with pineapple juice. points JBH show pick.
Thank you, Vlad. And please
right.
go back because the
right.
first one that came in was points JBH. Give me my fucking points, please.
The reason why I'm going to give you the points is because I am so superior and I believe in the
Oh,
boys.
because
tonight.
he's superior.
Right.
Because he got called out by all of us. We band together.
No, what?
I don't know. Can you keep up with the points, please? I got points from Vlad.
Ronda Rousey's being
Give
come
me my
on right
points.
now.
I got 4 from Steven Irons.
Come.
How many was Vlad?
It's time to come on Ronda, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go.
Come on, Ronda. Come on, Ronda.
Yes. Come on, Ronda.
Come on, Ronda. Come on, Ronda.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Almost killed 2 carloads of 17 years olds Thursday. This lil son bitch was gonna piss on my Chevy, posting the pic on the side of this turd. Suited up with a backpack full of war. PT's most.
Jesus Christ.
Ah, whatever,
Till you
Marky.
see what came to my crib and was gonna die.
Wow.
Priceless.
Thank you for coming on Ronda Rousey. And that is right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. That is points to Mystic, Jesse. How do you feel about that? Jesus Christ. Thank you, Marky. I appreciate it.
Marky is now in the lead
Can
as
you?
the highest donator.
Well, hold on a second. Luke Rockhold was the first 12, though. But since Luke Rockhold isn't
Are we
a real
counting
person,
up how many they're accumulating?
So we this is the best part about this show. I'm going to tell you a story real quick before I give it. It's unbelievable. It is unbelievable.
No. That's all. I just sometimes don't get it. That's all. I just don't get it sometimes. Just
So
just
me tell
give
you
me
a story.
a chance.
All right.
Give, don't.
So-
Don't.
Can I tell the story?
No, just what?
All right, so it's 29-20 right now,
Yeah.
and this is the deal. Since Luke Rockhold is a fictitious person, we will give those points. The highest donator will be Marky Wahoo. But how we agreed to this before the show, we said that the first person that donates. So if someone donates 12, they are the highest donator. If someone else donates 12, it doesn't matter. That person that first donated 12 is technically
But if
the highest
someone's
donator.
higher than that,
So if someone goes higher, yes,
so
they'll
it's
be
not
the highest donator.
accumulated.
We spoke about this
I don't
before
know.
the show. It's she's like, yeah, I get it. Yeah, cool, I get it. This is, and the best part is, this was her idea. The love letter was her idea. I'm like, I don't want to fucking write a love letter, but thanks to Marky Wahoo. All right, so we're gonna do this. This is the most confusing night of the points game because my co-host has no idea what the hell's going on.
Hey, give me the benefit of the doubt, all right?
No, it's tough to do that.
Sometimes it's tough to do that.
Yeah. Jesus. You're losing the points game, motherfucker. And it's for the boys. All right, here we go. So it's 29-20. Marky Wahoo is the highest donor right now at 12. And this is how it works. If someone donates 13, they become the highest donator. If someone donates 12, no, Marky is the first person to do that.
Drunk Savage said, this is your fault for taking away my caffeine.
You know, so can I say why I took away the caffeine?
Why?
What can you don't even know why I took away the caffeine.
Well,
Yeah.
I would assume it's because of anxious reasons.
Yes. So we both suffer. This is pretty funny, and yeah, it's FOOK or Friday. So we're talking about MMA too, but fuck you if you don't care. We both have anxiety, right? We both have panic attacks, and you would say, Mystic, JBH, how do you do a fucking show with 100 people staring at you right now with anxiety, right? How do you do that? I don't know. I don't know how the fuck we do that, but we do. We both have anxiety. We have panic attacks, and sometimes they're horrific. I went to the hospital for a panic attack a couple of years back. I thought I was having a goddamn heart attack, and it's just so happened I was having a panic attack. Jessie has panic attacks, and she thinks she's having a fucking heart attack. So we're two fucking loon birds, right? What I've noticed, and in this mystical cup over here, is coffee, and I do have caffeine here and there, but I noticed when I stopped drinking the caffeine, consuming the caffeine, the panic attacks dropped significantly, right? And I was like, holy shit. I started reading up on it, and sure enough, it is a cause of that.
Doubtful.
Jessie, well, when she has panic attacks, it's get the fuck out of the way, right? Everyone clear the room.
No.
Because someone is panicking right now.
What the fuck?
Get the fuck out of the way. Jessie's having a panic attack. Everyone fucking find shelter. You know, you need, right?
No.
That's why we built the studio, actually. It's so I could find shelter, you know? So yeah, we noticed once she stopped with the caffeine, she realized that her anxiousness dropped, right? But now it's like I'm the bad guy, right?
Yeah, because I had one cup
I
of coffee.
cured your panic attack.
Yeah.
And then now I'm a horrible person for doing it. Let me know in the chat. Do you have anxiety? Do you have any fucking anxiety? Let me know, because it's a fantastic thing. 20 likes.
20 likes, 20 likes.
Let's go. 60 in the box. 20 likes. Hit me in the chat with the ones right now if you've ever had a panic attack. One, a numero uno. All right, here we go. Let's see what the chat room says, and we're going to go back to the stories. But the MMA news is on the MMA-Holes.com. If you want to interrupt the show and derail us, drop in a donation. Make sure you say points to Mystic or points to JBH, and the loser has to write a love letter. Let's see you in the chat.
Monica Hill says JBH.
What up, Monica?
What up, Monica?
What up, Monica, you sexy bitch?
I say we play a song for Monica.
Actually, how about this, Jesse?
Yeah.
Since Monica is in the chat, right? Now, is that the real Monica, though, is the question?
It's her.
All right. So now Monica is in the chat, okay? This happens to be your sister, right?
Yeah. Everyone say hi to my baby sister. Be
Everyone
nice.
say hello.
Be
Dicks
nice.
out for Monica?
No,
All right,
no
what?
dicks out for Monica. Baby sister.
Oh, okay.
Baby sister.
Well, hold on a second. Is Monica
nice.
of age?
No.
Oh, put your dicks back in your pants. Okay. So this is what we should do right now, Jesse.
Yeah.
Would you like to freestyle rap for Monica right now?
No.
Why not?
Because I can't freestyle rap.
Well, your sister likes
she
K-pop,
likes
right?
she likes some weird like Asian music.
Can you do your best K-pop right now? Like if I play a song for you, right? If I play
Hi,
a song
Monica,
for you.
I love you. I miss you.
Yeah.
How's mom and dad?
How's mom and dad? 17 is legal. Oh, Monica wants you to do it. She says yes. FOOK or Friday.
How do you start a rap?
Okay, it goes on. Let's play something. Let's see. All right, no, it's not. Yeah. What should we play?
Monica's in the chat.
You want to do it today?
I don't know.
All right, let's just do it. I can't pull. All right, here we go. Right now, JBH is gonna spit some rhymes to her sister, Monica.
Yeah. Monica's in the chat.
Yeah.
Nobody's allowed to fap.
No.
This is the MMA-Holes.
Yeah.
I have no idea what I'm saying.
Fap.
Yeah.
You can say the rest.
Human.
I don't know anymore.
Hold on, that's it?
Yeah.
Oh, I guess that was good. All right, so Monica, what did you think about that?
Thank you, Monica. I appreciate it.
Brian Roy just wants you to drop the N-word.
keep saying ninja.
All right.
No, it wasn't horrible, Tom Brady. I'm a professional freestyle rapper.
That really went well. All
I'm
right,
a
so let's talk about this
professional. It wasn't
blubbery mess.
horrible.
They're throwing tomatoes at you in the chat, by the way. All right, so Eddie Alvarez doesn't look like he's going to Bellator, right?
You're welcome for trying, Monica.
Yeah, that was a good try. I will give you that. It's a thought that counted. All right, so Eddie Alvarez looks like he's going to Bellator, right?
Yeah.
And not going to Bellator, sorry. And I'm kind of upset about this.
Wow.
I'm happy for Eddie to get paid. And that's good. Eddie's going to get paid.
Yeah.
But I really did want to see him go to Bellator. I want to see him another Chandler fight. I could watch 400 of those fights. They're fantastic. Michael Chandler versus Eddie Alvarez, a lot of fun. Yeah. I would like to see that happen again. I mean, there are certain fights I don't mind watching over and over again, and those two going at it and beating the living snot out of each other, I'm down. So it looks like he's going to one, or I'm not sure where the hell he's going. He's not going to UFC. He's not going to Bellator. So I guess the one championship, I guess that's where he's going. So it is what it is. Jesse.
Bye, Eddie.
What happened?
Nothing.
Yeah.
Topic. Talking about the topic.
What,
don't worry, I'm not distracted. I'm here.
You're like really moving right now. Now, did you have caffeine?
No.
Okay.
Well, no, this isn't caffeine. Unless you put caffeine in the decaf.
I would never do that. No.
I think you would.
So now explain the rocking that's going on right now, because I noticed that
I'm really anxious for some reason, and I've had no caffeine today.
I feel like I should put you in timeout. Yeah.
I've had no caffeine, but I'm like.
You were very tired in the beginning, and then boom, a switch.
My headache went away.
Maybe. Oh, it did go away.
I think it's a caffeine headache. Like lack of caffeine, you get a headache.
You think that's what it is?
I think my body's finally like, fuck, I haven't had caffeine in a while. Let's start giving her headaches.
You're one of those people that just constantly self-diagnoses yourself, right? Like Dr. Jesse. It's just like, all right, I have this now. This is my problem. Okay. So the headache's gone. That's good news.
Yeah.
All right. You know you're losing right now, 29-20. How do you feel about that?
Motherfuckers. Monica, if you could put in a solid $10 donation,
No,
please,
Monica,
in Streamlabs.
Do not.
Please,
Do not do that.
do it because he's winning and he tried to steal my points.
You can't do that.
Monica, $10,
You take money
please.
from your family.
Yeah. Monica, $10,
Don't
please.
do that. Don't do it because then I'm going to have to pay you back.
$10, Monica, please.
right.
Streamlabs link in the description
No.
below.
Why don't you
Monica.
talk to the fucking 81 people that are watching right now? All right. And
Yeah.
we lost 20 because we started talking about anxiety and shit.
Uh-huh.
All right. So what else do we have in the news, Jesse? Ooh.
Oh, Monica, listen to my song. Monica, listen to...
What?
I want Monica to listen to my song.
How do you know she's still here?
She's here. I saw her in the chat. Monica, listen to this song. You'd love it.
I don't know if she's still here, Jesse.
She is. I saw her.
She might be rubbing to a Korean boy rapping.
See, Monica, isn't it great? It's such a great song. It's great. Imagine one of your Asian singers singing this song. You better get a job then, Monica.
Jesse, read us the news.
Everybody sing along in the chat.
Oh, Jesse,
Take out your lighters.
I want the MMA news.
It is beautiful, right, Monica? It is beautiful.
Wake up,
I knew she'd understand.
finish work, whatever you do,
Ready, Monica?
it's gonna be okay.
It's gonna be okay, Monica. It's gonna be okay.
JBH has you covered with the MMA news.
Ready?
Jesse, read us the news.
Monica, he just wants to hear the news.
All right, what's in the fucking news?
Okay.
By the way, Dan, I got a question for you, and we'll open up the phone lines. Why do you suck off Colby Covington but hate Conor McGregor? What is that about? It's the most bizarre. It's the most bizarre thing I've ever seen. Colby Covington is like the Walmart Conor McGregor.
Yeah.
It doesn't make any sense. Like I don't understand that. It doesn't. It's so baffling. He's not the only one that does that. I've seen it before. Some people like maybe it's the American versus the Irishman thing. I don't know. How does that work?
I think Dan is one of those types of guys who like to follow in the stride or the motion of the norm, right? So everybody hates Conor McGregor, so Dan hates Conor McGregor. Everybody loves Colby Covington, so Dan loves Colby Covington.
Well, not everyone loves Colby. A lot of people hate
Most
Colby
people
Covington.
love Colby Covington. Dan
It's
loves
so
Colby
bizarre.
Covington.
It's maybe because they're from the same place, I guess. I don't know. It's super weird. But that's not like I've seen that before. Like people are like, yeah, rah Colby, and it's like, wait, hold on a second, but he's like the poor man's Conor McGregor. It doesn't make any sense. Weird. So bizarre. Anyway, all right. Let's see what else we have in the news.
Speaking of Conor McGregor,
Oh.
Luke Rockhold spoke about the UFC 229 presser, saying McGregor's on the brink of insanity, and it's fucking awesome. Yes, Conor McGregor.
This guy's so annoying. Speaking of annoying, fucking Luke Rockhold. He makes me want to hate DC. I love DC. DC's the fucking man. But what the hell, man? Luke Rockhold's so irritating. All right, go back to it.
All right, Conor McGregor's first media appearance in a while took place at the UFC 229 presser in New York City last week. His antics garnered mixed reactions from fellow fighters, some even speculating that he may have been under the influence of some substance during the said media event. Former middleweight champion Luke Rockhold, however, was left in awe of McGregor's behavior at the presser. He said, quote, "I watched a bit of it on my drive to practice. It is what it is." Rockhold said in a recent interview with Submission Radio, "I think there's obviously somewhat of a communication barrier, but Khabib gets his point across. He's composed. You can see his demeanor. I know where he's at."
Because he's his teammate. It's it's Khabib's teammate. It's like, what is it? Of course he's gonna say that. Like, it's like when Artem was talking about, Conor, and you can't take him serious, you know? And now you got, Luke Rockhold coming in, and he's a former champ, but he got knocked out by Michael Bisping. What are we doing? All right, go ahead.
Luke Rockhold also said, "Conor's Conor. He's selling it. man, he's on the brink of insanity, and it's fucking awesome. Rockhold felt that the undefeated Russian was able to handle himself well in terms of dealing with McGregor's words, saying, Khabib's a pretty smooth character. He doesn't really let a lot affect him. I think you all can see that. Conor's always doing his homework. He always does his shit, and he's always going to be himself, but the man can fight. But in terms of the fight itself, Rockhold is expecting his long-term training partner to prevail, especially once the distance is closed and Khabib gets to establish control. He said, quote, we all know Khabib can do his thing. He's 26-0 now. I mean, that's an unheard of thing. The guy's never lost. Conor's lost multiple times. Khabib is dangerous. Anybody can lose, but we'll see what happens. If Khabib gets a hold of him, it's a different world. You can't tussle with somebody who's grappled like that his whole life. I've grappled with a lot of 155-pounders in the world, and not one can give me the go that Khabib has. I mean, I play with 155-pounders. Khabib is a real go, and there's absolutely no quit in him. He will go to the bitter end. He will go to his death. He has to. I've taken him as far as I can ever believe, and he just keeps coming. The guy he will not tap to anything. He's a true fighter. UFC 29 takes place in a week's time on October 6th at the T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas.
All right. So what do you think about that? What do you think about Luke Rockhold chiming in?
I mean, I kind of agree with him. I don't think McGregor's on the brink of insanity. I'll take that back. I don't agree with him as far as McGregor being on the brink of insanity, but I do think it's fucking awesome, whatever McGregor's doing. But who doesn't think it's awesome, right?
It's his teammate. What else is he going to say, right?
Yeah.
What else is he going to do? He's just going to sit there and look pretty and lose to Chris Weidman, because that's going to happen, Jesse.
Yeah.
Chris Weidman is going to he's going to knock the pretty face into the mat.
Face. He's not really a pretty face. I don't know why people keep saying that.
I don't know. Girls like him. You're not quite female, according to the chat.
Well, what the fuck does that mean?
I don't know. I have no idea.
All right. Anyways, so moving on.
What else have we got in the news?
According to BJPenn.com, Anderson Silva says he's making his return in January.
Hi guys, it's me, Anderson Silva. Yeah.
When it comes to the champions in MMA, few have accomplished these same types of feats that former middleweight king Anderson Silva has. Reigning over the 185-pound weight class essentially right upon his arrival to the UFC, Silva went 16-0 with 10 title defenses in the organization before suffering a loss. The streak lasted from June 2006 to July 2013. Since taking the first loss, it's been a rough road for the Spider, as he's gone 1-4 and 1 no contest, with one win being very arguably should have gone against him. The losses have come with some troubles related to USADA and PEDS as well, which is what has kept Silva out since his last bout in February 2017. Now with everything cleared up and his suspension set to end in November, the 43-year-old legend will look to fight sooner rather than later.
Hey guys.
And as spotted by Guilherme Cruz, Silva is saying it will be in January. Who against or how much truth there is to this remains to be determined.
With high-pitched voice.
Yes. Cruz posted on Twitter replying to a comment on his Instagram page moments ago, Anderson Silva says he's fighting in January.
Oh, yes. It's me, Anderson Silva. Yeah, I'm coming back. You think I'm gone, but I come back. I come back very soon. You know, I come back. Me, Anderson Silva.
Why does he talk like that? Have you noticed that?
He doesn't talk like that.
He does, yeah. He does.
No, he doesn't.
Anderson, well, welcome to the show. I mean, Anderson, I have to say this, all right? You're one of the biggest reasons why I got into this sport. You're an amazing fighter. And no matter what happened with steroids, I still look at you as a god. Your run was amazing. It was something of a work of art. But it is tainted. And how do you explain yourself?
Well, you see, sometimes the Brazilians gotta put the steroids in the ass. Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do to win. Sometimes you gotta do, sometimes you just gotta get in cage and you got to cheat with needle, Jesse. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't know why my voice is so high-pitched, but I'm fantastic champion.
I don't know. Anderson, thank you for coming on. I appreciate it. So what do you guys think in the chat? Anderson the Spider Silva coming back once again. Guy's what, 41? 42?
He's 42.
40,
I think.
42.
42, I believe.
Damn, I thought he was done. I thought that was it. That was quick. How long was the suspension?
I just closed it.
How long was this fucking...
I'm just kidding.
Oh, God.
You weren't even listening when
No,
I was reading
I was
it.
too busy doing my Anderson Silva.
Yeah. Okay, that's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. He's 43 years old.
He's 43.
Yeah, losses have come to some troubles related to USADA and PEDS as well, which has kept Silva out since his last bout in February 2017. So about a year, almost 2 years. Now with everything cleared up and his suspension set to end in November. Almost 2 years. About a year and 8 months, 9 months, give or take.
How does that work? A year and it's just... How are
His
these
last
people
bout
coming
in
back?
February 2017, so...
He got caught, I thought the minimum was 4 years to be suspended for steroids. I thought that's what the deal was.
No.
I
think it's
apparently it's not.
upon offense. Like,
The second
Jon
offense.
Jones had a second offense, 4 years. Because his first offense...
Well, Anderson Silva got caught before.
But Jon Jones' first offense, he was not put away for 4 years.
It's a shame. It really is a shame. Anderson Silva might be the worst for me with the steroids. He might be the worst for me. Because, I don't know. He was something about him that was like godlike, you know? You thought he couldn't lose. The Chael Sonnen thing the first time around was really scary, and Anderson pulls off the finish.
Mm-hmm.
But seeing Anderson Silva take a fall, and then he's never really bounced back. The Chris Weidman thing he fell apart, and never really bounced back to his old self. It's a shame. The DC fight was a disaster, right? That thing you just forget about. Anderson and Spider Silva, do you want to see him fight again? Yes or no? Guess it doesn't really matter because he is fighting again. What's the chat say?
Vito Garcia says, big pump. Dude, he was sure sponsored by Burger King. LOL, I almost forgot. Tom Brady says it's a year or two at first. Then if you're a multiple time offender, then you get 4 years. Fedor is still clean, says Drunk Savage. Vito Garcia says Burger King and Nike. Nikolai69 says Silva versus Jones needle fight. Caroline Howe says he was actually using them to gain advantage and win. Kevin Kosa says he doesn't even look like he ever took steroids. Coco Butt says water is his steroids. Tom Brady, yes. Pulse, nah. Drunk Savage, yes. Brian Roger, no. Too old. Boss Kogor, maybe. Vlad says yes. Nikolai 69 says John Snitch Jones. Fax says Silva versus Costa. Vigo Stalcom says no. Roberto Hernandez says yes. Sean Hart says imagine if you saw to cut Connor, my heart would stop. Coco Butt says fight himself. Tom Brady says Anderson Chris Weidman 3 would be perfect for the Spiders' return. Castle Amander says when you opening calls. Brian Rogers says
Hold on a
TGIF.
second. The phone lines will be open tonight. How many stories do we have? We have a lot of stories tonight. How many stories do we have left?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
7 stories. So what I'm going to do is this. Okay, it's 11:13. I'm going to put 45 minutes on the clock. Okay, that should give us enough time to go through stories. And
that's 45 seconds.
45 seconds on the clock. There we go. Good job, Chris. 45 seconds.
Nailed it.
On the clock. There we go. 45 minutes on the cock over there. There we go. 45 minutes.
There we go.
Okay. And we start that puppy up.
Oh, yeah.
The highest donator is Marky Wahoo.
Yes.
Right? So the highest donator will get a love letter from the loser of the points game. So right now, JBH is writing a love letter
to
Marky Wahoo. If you want to flip the script, if you want to get involved in the points game, every donation, say points to Mystic or points to JBH, and the loser will have to write a love letter.
If you want Chris to write a love letter to you, which we all know you do, points to Jesse. I just need at least 10 points, and then you can get the infamous Mystic Moss in his 8th grade handwriting to write to you.
No. Well, in fairness, my handwriting is a little bit better than yours.
Well, in fairness, it's not.
It is.
His handwriting is like a 6th grader.
Where's your Bellator 200?
Guys,
where is that?
Do me a favor. This is.
Well, hold on a second.
What?
That's me jotting during the show. It's me jotting during the show. For God's sakes.
This is Mystic Moss's handwriting.
They're not going to be able to see it. That's why I said hold on, but you can try. Oh, you could see it. There you go. All right, it's me jotting shit down.
Mystic Moss.
It's a jot. You're sitting there like all paying attention. No, go to the other side, genius. Go to the other side of that. Go to the other. Yeah, go to this side.
It's not my handwriting.
This is your handwriting, motherfucker. Show that. Show that. Show that. Show Bellator 206. Show that shit. That's Bellator 200. I'm like, what the fuck? Show that side. All right. Actually, what is it? Hold on a second.
JBH.
Hold on a second. Give me that paper. Why is it so different? Oh my god. What the fuck? Here, look at this shit.
I was.
Keep in mind, it says, is Bellator 206 an appetizer for UFC 22 whatever? Okay, so look at this. Oh, shit, I'm fucking coming out. All right, I don't know if you can see it. All right, hold on a second. Now, does that look like Bellator 200 or Bellator 206? Let me know in the chat what you guys think over there. There you go. That's a little bit better. All right. That's what are we doing? Stop. Semi-location.
You weren't focused on the difference in handwriting.
What's going on here? It's ridiculous. Oh yeah, I should have done a difference. What is that about? Anyway, that's Johnny.
I have multiple personalities.
You do. All right, so here's the deal. 42 minutes left on the points game. So we're going to wind that thing down. The loser has to do a love letter, blah, 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 to the highest donator.
Pre and post caffeine writing.
We want Khabib time. We want that donation or the Conor McGregor one. Which
I want to ask you guys what time it is.
Which hasn't happened yet. Which hasn't. What hasn't happened yet.
You're so cute.
Yeah, thank you. I know. All right, so I just get. No, I don't want to. Do I explain it or are you gonna?
Yeah, go for it. I'm just having a little fun with it.
You can have a drink with Connor. All right, so that is that. That's gonna be an interesting donation during the McGregor Khabib fight.
Send me location.
Where either one's gonna be interesting. All right, we'll see if we get it tonight for the first time ever. Will you be the first one to do the drink with Connor donation? All right. So what else do we have in the news? We're gonna fly through it and find out who wins the points game. Jesse, what is in the news? Are you right?
I was just looking in the chat and I recognized someone and I was like, they're watching.
Okay.
Plus, there's something that's going to be pulling in a minute. I just figured I would wait.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're going to wait for the super chat to come in.
Yeah.
Is that what we're doing?
Super chat.
That's fucking big. A super chat coming in.
I'm a Ian and our lover.
That doesn't really work out as well as you thought it would, did it, Felony?
Yeah, Felony Charles Bennett with the 5 spot over there. Thank you. It's points to no one, but Felony, welcome.
To me, because Felony loves me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Thank you, Felony, for the donation. Appreciate it. Check it out over here. The Felony pillow is on the couch.
I got it. Don't worry, guys.
That's it. Oh, shit. You know what we're going to show before we get back? I know we're getting so sidetracked, but it's fucking FOOK Friday. Here's the Felony pillow. There it is. Check it out. Go get his merch over there. Check out his merch. It's really cool. It's he's our featured channel, and it'll send you over to all his stuff over there. I do want to show this real quick. I almost forgot.
I know. It's about damn time. I know.
What's that?
It's about damn time.
It's about damn time.
That I noticed.
Are you having a private conversation without me knowing?
I am having a private. Well, you're aware of it, but yeah.
Okay. Well, yeah. Don't worry. The 80 other people that have no clue what the hell you talk about. All right. So here we go. So here is our merch store. This is on the MMA-Holes.com, and you may see a couple of new things on there. And that's right, ladies and gentlemen. JBH finally has her own line of clothing and muggage. That's right. The JBH mug is here. Ladies and gentlemen, that's right. The JBH mug is finally here. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, you can own this wonderful, wonderful mug over here with JBH on it. That's right. JBH, what do you have to say about that mug?
It's about damn time.
It is about damn time.
Surprise,
that's
surprise,
right.
Motherfucker.
Yes.
Shout out to Mystic Moss for his creative artistic skills.
That's right. You have a Mystic mug as well. If you would like to have my stupid face, there's the Mystic mug. Yes. A Mystic mug and JBH mug. Also on the MMAHoles.com, we have wonderful, wonderful stuff here, but there's another new shirt. Well, it's not it. Scroll back over. What the fuck? Go away. Malfunction. All right. Yes.
All right, Lady C.
Here we go. Here's
get
another
a mug.
one. I shit on Bus. Yes.
I shit on Bus.
If you want I shit on Bus, we'll make sure you order it very soon because the fight is next Sunday. There is rush shipping, so jump on over to the MMAHoles.com. Yes, Jesse. Back to you.
Back to you.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Oh, I was dancing.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Oh, wait.
I shit on Buzz. Yes. Shout out to our sponsors, TygerLyfe Energy, the best energy drink in town. All over the place. There's a link in the description to that. And Duplex Entertainment. All right. We just have a little too much fun over here. This is without caffeine. Could you imagine just a world where caffeine would be inside this brain? She'd be bouncing off the walls. I'm very interested to see how this UFC 229.
Your neck is very warm and my hands are very cold, so I'm just keeping my hands warm.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm very interested to see how this week is going to go down. It's going to be one of our biggest weeks here on YouTube. We have 90 people watching, but UFC 229 is going to be epic. It's going to be tremendous. The viewers are going to be through the roof. It's going to be our biggest night ever.
500,000 views, motherfuckers.
It's going to be our biggest night ever on the channel. And we're going to drag all you fooks along for the ride. So make sure you jump aboard. And if you're not subscribed, drop a sub because it's going to be crazy. This is going to be the best place to hang for a live reaction, the Conor McGregor Khabib fight. Let's look at the card real quick. Check it out over here. And go into the UFC.com. And wow, we're like, we're in the past.
Shout out to Lady C.
Lady C up in the chat. Hello.
Mama.
Hola, Lady C. Mas, will you ever shave your head? I have. You know what's funny? It's not really funny. Cancer's not funny. I used to do a thing called St. Baldrick's. Let me know in the chat if you've ever heard of St. Baldrick's. It's basically you raise money for cancer, right? And well, not for cancer, against cancer, right? Yeah, it's not for. It's like, hey, yay, cancer.
The cause is great.
It's a good cause.
The outcome, I'm not sure how I feel about it yet.
Well, what happens is this, and I'm thinking about doing this. It's March. It's in March around my birthday, and you go to a bar, and they shave your head in front of everybody. So what everyone does is they grow their hair out, or people that normally don't have a shaved head, they go to the bar and they just right off humiliate them in front of the whole bar. And each person raises money for cancer awareness and all that stuff. And St. Baldrick's is a good cause. So hit me with the ones in the chat if you would like to see us do something like that, where the MMA-Holes
don't drop ones in the chat.
We'll raise money for cancer, which is good.
We can raise money for cancer and donate it. But I don't know if I want you to shave your head.
How about this? I'll shave my head and you shave your bush.
My bush is already shaved.
Huge bush.
It's already shaved.
It's like
everyone already knows this. We've talked about it.
It's like buckwheat in a leg lock.
Yeah.
And I had anyway.
But you're just saying that so you can shave your head.
No, I'm not saying. No, I don't want to say. I don't want to. I look like a fucking
so
idiot.
Why don't
with
we
a shaved
just
head.
donate money and donate to cancer without getting rid of this nice specimen of a head?
Well, if you've noticed that this chat room that we have here, they root for my demise, right? If you've noticed, a lot of
I don't though, guys. I have to wake up in the morning and look at this.
Well, they root for your demise too. So they want us both to be miserable. Basically, that's what happens with majority of the chat room.
Yeah.
And to the donators, you guys are wonderful. But some other people in here want to, I don't know, they just don't like us winning. So they want to see horrible things. So if they can see a horrible thing and we can do it for a good cause.
I'm down for doing it for a good cause. Don't get me wrong. I'd love to donate, for cancer and stuff. I just don't know if
do they donate the hair for cancer? I think they do, actually. The long hair, I think they do, yeah. It's fucked up because there's no barbers there. There's just like bartenders. And they're just like, hey, yes. And just fucking take it. They shave it up the middle first. They really humiliate it over there, so.
Yeah, Greg, no. I must be a selfish piece of shit because I don't want you to. I said we could donate money for cancer, but I didn't want you to shave your head, so that makes me a selfish piece of shit.
Well, Grego and Blaze is
a selfish piece of shit.
Insignificant. I mean, let's be honest, but it's all right. It's fair enough. All right, so everyone's entitled to their opinion over here on the MMA-Holes.
Yeah.
Because everyone's an a-hole, and that's what we encourage. Right? That's how this works.
No, we don't encourage a-holes. We encourage MMA-holes.
That's true.
Yeah.
Don't be an a-hole, B. Oh, we can't say it.
Can't say it yet.
We end the show. All right, so what else do we have in the news? We have to fly through the stories. It is FOOK off Friday, and we usually do get derailed. Tomorrow night, we will be live streaming for this, and we're going to be, I guess, doing the free trial for this thing. We're going to look into how to pull this off, but this DAZN, or whatever the fuck it's called, I am not down with Bellator pay-per-views. I know they have to make money, but they need to, I mean, the card's good. To me, it's not pay-per-view good. I got to find out how much this is, and we'll do a live stream no matter what. Let me know in the chat. Are you paying for this horse shit? Yes or no?
9.
There we go. Kevin Costa says it'll grow back before he's 50 years old. My hair grows back like fucking
Before you
weeds.
hit 50?
It grows back like weeds. Like
It does.
I get my hair cut super short, so I don't have to go to get a haircut for like.
And every time he
7
cuts
months.
his hair, it grows back more gray.
Yeah.
Sorry, it's just a joke.
Yeah.
It's a joke. It's obviously not gray.
I hope.
It's all.
I hope it all goes gray. I hope it all and then you're stuck walking around next to me. That's what I hope. Because
It's obviously not gray.
No, I don't care about that. You care about it, apparently.
I care
don't care
a little
about
bit.
it. I don't.
But
it's funny.
It's not. It's a joke, guys. Don't get offended. It was
You know
just
what's
a
funny
joke.
though? It's like I used to for Halloween. I used to dress super embarrassing. Like I used to run around naked, like no joke, thong, like
strip,
no fucks given.
Straight up strip.
Yeah, like Party Boy from Jackass. I was that for Halloween, but I was a Mexican wrestler and I was half naked. I would always do something to embarrass the people I was with, and I had a mask on. When you're the person embarrassing the group of people, and if you have a mask on, you're fine. You know, if you're the person doing the embarrassing, it doesn't matter. Even if you're the one that looks like an idiot, it doesn't matter because it's the people that are normal walking around you that are fucked up. You know, so if I'm walking around all gray Silver Fox, and you're like old 22-year-old, that kind of sucks for you.
I don't care. Listen, I'm well aware. I make jokes. Can I be honest? It's Fook Off Friday. Let me just
you can't be honest. You know, why do you say, can I be honest all the time?
Well, because sometimes...
It buys you time to say something. Why do you say, can I be honest?
I don't know. I say it because, like, it's... When I say, can I be honest, it's like me telling you, I'm about to get real in a minute.
I think it's you buying time to figure out what you're going to say.
No, I know what I'm going to say. I'll say it right now.
Okay.
All right. When I...
Hold on. Let me put this on you for a second.
When I make jokes... Like age jokes and shit.
Yeah.
It's like that elephant in the room mentality. It's like... I'm well aware there's an age difference. I'm not fucking retarded. So why not make a joke about it? Everybody else is gonna get all salty because they're just jealous. I love you. Why not make a fucking joke?
Yeah. Shout out to TygerLyfe Energy. All right. So, I don't know.
It's just a joke.
It bothers her. Psst, I got a little secret for you guys. It bothers her.
It doesn't bother me.
Sometimes she picks the bugs out of my hair like a little chimp on my back.
No, I don't.
She sits on my back and she picks the flies out of my hair. I just... She's like this. She's like...
You mess up my hair.
And she's like, oh my God, I see grays. Anyway. All right. Let's get back to the news, motherfuckers. We don't have much time left. There is only 30 minutes on the clock, and then we're going to wind down the points game. Right now, it is 29-20. Thank you so much to the donations. The people that played, that didn't play, thank you so much. And the highest donator is Marky Wahoo. So as of now, JBH will be sending Marky Wahoo a love letter. The game's not over, so if you want to play, just play the points game here. All right. Let's see. What do we have in the chat? In the fucking...
News.
The MMA-Holes.com.
UFC Bellator veteran Michael McDonald retires from MMA. Michael McDonald has wood. That's the first sentence.
He has wood.
Yeah. That's why he no longer needs MMA, and now the Ultimate Fighting Championship and Bellator MMA veteran can focus on his passion for cabinetry without breaking his hand every time he steps into the wood shop. Mayday announced his retirement on Thursday. He said, quote, "Today I am officially retiring from MMA fighting, and I plan on never competing in martial arts competitions again. I am now going to be doing my woodworking full-time from here on many years to come."
Who's next?
So rude.
Fuck that guy.
So rude.
Fuck Michael McDonald. Isn't he an 80s singer or some shit?
I don't
like
know.
That? Was he in the 40-Year-Old Virgin? Right?
According to MMA News, Ben Askren is not impressed by Nate Diaz's latest scare strategy.
I love this, by the way. Shout out to Ben Askren for just... You have the actual tweet?
Yeah, it's on the...
Oh, good. All right, let's go over here.
Yeah.
Check this out. I love this. Ben Askren.
Ben Askren has reacted to a post that Nate Diaz put on one of his social media accounts. In the post, Diaz continued to hype that there could be a 165-pound division created in the UFC. If you recall, Diaz and his next opponent, Poirier, have tried to force the UFC to make a new division and let them fight for the title in the main event of the upcoming UFC 230 pay-per-view event. It should be noted that the UFC has downplayed the possibility of creating this division and stated that they are still trying to make the main event for this show. It wasn't that long ago that Askren called it a career after his fight against longtime mixed martial artist Shinya Aoki, who is best known for his lightweight run, and he has even competed at the welterweight or at the featherweight back in November of 2017. Askren made it known that he wanted to retire the right time
motherfucking boo.
so he can avoid long-term injuries. Diaz's recent post posted a photo on Twitter with the caption, 165 pounds, don't be scared. This led to Askren reacting to it by writing, saying, quote, nothing about you is very scary. Arms the size of a noodle, takedown defense like a middle schooler, and very amateur smack talk. I highly doubt anybody is scared of someone who is 6-6 in his last 12.
All right, sorry. Nate Diaz was playing peekaboo. I don't know if you saw this, Jesse. Look at this.
Yeah.
Unbelievable stuff over here. As you were reading the story, motherfucking peekaboo.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so I'm sorry. Fucking Nate Diaz is very, very rude. So Ben Askren going after him over here with some harsh words, coming in hot. Now, some people could say Ben Askren is, maybe shut up. You're not fighting. You're never going to fight in the UFC. I think he should fight in the UFC, but him and Dana don't get along.
Yeah.
But how about these words? Someone who is 6-6 in his last 12. I highly doubt anyone is scared of someone who is 6-6. So, he kind of makes a good point there, Jess. Right?
Yeah, no, I agree.
And this is what I was saying before, like on the Wednesday show, right? Why give this man a shot at the 165 belt? Does he really deserve a title shot?
Does Poirier?
Huh?
Does Poirier?
Poirier deserves a little bit over
at
Nate
165
Diaz,
with Nate Diaz?
Well, first of all, I think that they should, like someone said in the chat on Wednesday, do a tournament. If they're going to do something like this, 165, let's get a tournament going. Maybe do something like that, or just have a better plan. But it looks as of now that, there is not going to be this 165. What I'm thinking is this. There is a press conference next Thursday. I thought it was going to happen the last press conference. I think the next press conference, they're going to drop the headlining fight of UFC 230. So now we have to wait until next week.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable.
Nah.
It's kind of, well, I guess if
surprise,
you didn't have,
motherfucker.
I guess if you didn't have the UFC 229, right, to look forward to, it would be more, it would bother us, but no one cares. Everyone's just like, let's see McGregor Khabib. Let's get this party going,
yes.
Right? And you can kind of forget about the headlining fight of MSG 230.
Yeah.
But I kind of want to know. What do you guys think of Ben Askren and what he said about Nate motherfucking Diaz? Let us know in the chat.
Caroline Howell says, of course he does. He got screwed by Dana. Two Joints says, love you, JBH and Chris. Caroline Howell, over the Connor fight. Love you, Two Joints. Tom Brady says, Colby is a fake-ass bitch. Kevin Costa, Poirier deserves a title shot. Nate Diaz doesn't. Post Resurrected says, Uriah Faber should be called Askren. Steve Johnson says they got to get a title off of Woodley, make the 165 title, dissolve 170, and make Woodley fight title at 165. Stephen Irons says, Nick and Nasty. Oh, I missed it. Sorry, Stephen Irons. Caroline Howell says, Nate deserves it as much as Connor does. Vlad says, Ben Askren beats up nobodies, no room to talk. The Dark Project 01 says, who the FOOK is that guy? Sean Hart says, just wait till it's announced. You will predict it sooner or later, Moss. Stalio2 says, show Steve Johnson's artwork. Steven Stern says, no one cares about what he says. Steve Johnson's laughing at Stalio2. Pulse Resurrected says, because of his butt chin. Stalio2's laughing. Steve Johnson says, show my hard work. Paul Fahey says, I only ever see him fight twice. Weezing336 says, Askren was just signed for the next Comedy Central roast. Boss Kogar is creating a bullshit emoji. Tom Brady says Connor is going to drop that glass chin bum. Stalio2 says don't be afraid. David Gallant says calling it an early night. Good night to you guys. See you at the next episode. Good night, David Gallant.
All right, David. Be good, my friend. Yeah. I went over to the MMA-Holes.com. I'm looking for this artwork. I do see this, and there it is. Vlad says, we saw this before. And yeah, all right, Jesse, you want to do the honors?
Thanks for joining me for pre-FOOK Off Friday Drink Pulse, proper FOOK in 12.
Now we get to finally see what Pulse Reload looks like over here. And him and Vlad got together, and there you go. Proper 12, motherfuckers. Over there. Shout out to that. I can't find, where the hell is Steve Johnson's art that they're talking about? Did I miss something here? Jesse, you saw it? I didn't see any art from Steve Johnson that they're talking about.
No.
I must have missed it. Oh, well. Go over to the MMAHoles.com and put your cringy shit. This is where we're pulling our stories from all over the interwebs. And shout out to Gary Banjo Sandwich. Look at this shit. No shit, Sherlock.
He made his magazine cover.
Look at that. Are they doing a Sherlock Holmes with these two? Is that what they're doing? Anyway,
I guess
the
so.
Die of Doom, we're not playing that tonight. We're playing another game on the points game. But yeah, shout out to Gary Banjo Sandwich from the UK doing his ting over there. All right, what else we have in the news? How much time is left on the clock? 23 minutes. And then the points game is over 20-29. Nice shite.
All right, Conor McGregor donates money to a young Irish boy in need. Former UFC light and featherweight champ Conor McGregor is sometimes criticized as being egocentric, but the Irish superstar came to the aid of an Irish mother in need. Grain McAuliffe has spent the last year attempting to acquire sufficient medical care from Ireland's health services for her son Brew. These attempts had fallen on deaf ears, and she was forced to create a GoFundMe in a last-ditch attempt to raise the relevant funds she needed to obtain private health for her son. Brew McAuliffe has had an NG tube, a nasogastric tube, in his nose since September 2017. Grain has been attempting to have a PEG replace the NG tube, which would make Brew's quality of life considerably easier. Grain claims that Ireland's health services have made it incredibly difficult for this procedure to take place, but this is not the last of Brew McAuliffe's health worries. Last year, Brew contracted sepsis. Sepsis is a life-threatening condition that arises when the body's responses to infection cause injury to its own tissues and organs. This infection has left him unable to walk and eat. Grain McAuliffe took to Twitter in the hope that someone would answer her cries for help and aid in the medical care of her son. Her cries were answered by UFC fighter Conor McGregor. She tweeted,
what a real piece of shit, right?
What? Grain McAuliffe tweeted to the Notorious MMA Andy Devlin, "I'm begging at this stage. My little champ really needs that operation. If you can help in any way at all, please do. Please do. It would mean the world to us," with a bunch of praying hands. The UFC superstar donated the full amount needed for Brew's private care of $10,000. She retweeted a screenshot of the GoFundMe account saying, to the Notorious MMA, "We are forever grateful. I will never forget what you have done for my boy. You truly are a legend." Grain told Dublin Live, "Conor has made our dreams come true in so many ways, and I can verify it wasn't for a publicity stunt. He privately donated to us. I just had to let him know how much we appreciate it. This donation will aid in helping a young innocent boy when the health system let him and his family down. Much has been said about Conor McGregor's antics, but McGregor has put hope in a family who thought there was no hope left."
He really is a piece of shit. I tell you, man. This guy, all he does is get drunk and help people privately. You know, real piece of shit. This guy, Conor. Right, Conor? Yes, sir. Terrible man. What do you guys think in the chat about this over here?
I like that it wasn't a publicity stunt. It was obvious it wasn't a publicity stunt. Everything was done private. She's the one who came out with the tweets and the publicity, but he had every intention to do that privately without anyone knowing that that's what he intended to do.
Yeah, listen, only intelligent people know that it's a shtick, right? What Conor is doing, right? Everyone knows that it's what he does is, no, I'm saying in the public when it comes to marketing fights. It's a whole shtick. It's a plan. And a good little gateway into that is the last press conference when he was going on his drunk banter, and then all of a sudden he calmed down and started talking very politely about Nate Diaz and Dustin Poirier. Drunk people don't do that.
Yeah.
They don't just go blah, 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 like a lunatic and then completely calm and then compliment people like that. It's hilarious watching some people. I don't think people are that dumb. I think what it is people just need reasons to complain, right? Everyone needs a reason to complain. A lot of people like making excuses and complaining. That's what people like to do. And when it comes to Conor McGregor, they see a successful guy over there. Mm-hmm. They just like, how can we light him on fire? You know? Yeah. This is terrible. He's a terrible person. This is horrible. So horrible. Such a horrible man. You know, and people just like to complain. That's what it is, you know. So, and without the complainers, we wouldn't have a show, right? Because we have 90% complainers inside this phone, and we love that. But and now you get a little glimpse of something that he does nice.
Yeah.
Whether you like him or you hate him, he's going to bring the numbers, and it's going to be an interesting fight against Khabib. Definitely has his hands full with the Dagestani killer. What else do we have in the news?
Khabib Nurmagomedov's father has not been granted a visa to attend UFC 229. When Khabib Nurmagomedov takes on Conor McGregor at UFC 229 in Las Vegas, Nevada on October 6th, he will do so without his father being among those in attendance at T-Mobile Arena due to travel issues. RT.com and MMA Fighting's Peter Carroll reported on Friday that...
Hold on a second. Pulse Reloaded says he fights for money. Khabib fights for legacy. That is like the biggest thing of... It's such bullshit. And I like Khabib. That's the problem with the fight is I really like Khabib.
You're gonna wrap one
I don't
on
want
one
to see
shoulder.
Khabib lose.
I'm gonna wrap
You
the
know,
other
I
on the
like
other
the
shoulder,
dude.
and you're gonna need a
But
fucking army.
You're
Come
fooling
take
yourself.
that
You don't
belt
think
off
Khabib
me.
wants the money.
Ben Askren hasn't been relevant since Mask in 1985. No room to talk when you're a failed movie star that beats up cans for a padded, undefeated record. Can't say Connor's a bad guy. If I was in his place, I'd keep all my money.
Oh, shit.
Well.
Thank you, Vlad. No points to anyone, but thank you so much for the donation. You know, I never put it together like that. And let's see. Now, here's a question. We said you've never seen Beetlejuice at the top of the show, but have you ever seen Mask?
Yes.
All right. So now you've seen Mask, but you've never seen Beetlejuice. Now
Jim Carrey.
Oh, fucking A. Did you just say Jim Carrey?
Is that his name?
Okay. Have you ever heard of Rocky Dennis?
Jim Carrey.
I kind of wish Jim Carrey was in the movie. All right.
There is a movie called The Mask.
Yeah, The Mask, yeah.
Oh,
but this is
Mask?
just called Mask. It was in 1985, like Vlad said. Okay, so let me just show you real quick. This has been Kevin Costa. This is the best. That's why I like this.
Guys, don't make fun of me. I'm not a movie watcher.
But this is the greatest part. We have so many generations in the chat as hosts.
But I don't
pretty
watch
much
movies
attack
in
everything,
general,
right?
Like generation gap or not, like I just don't watch movies.
Because you weren't even a thought then, so you don't
But
have to worry about it. But all right, so
like
here,
Gone with the Wind.
all right, so here's Ben Askren, right? All right, hold on, Jesse. You excited to? I'm going to show you what Vlad's talking about here. Okay, let's see. All right, let's put this over here. Your mind's gonna be blown. Okay. All right. So there we go. All right. So this is the guy that Vlad is talking about. The movie's called Mask.
Oh, I think I've seen this guy.
What do you mean you think? I mean, this is a face you'd never forget. It haunts your dreams. And there is Ben Askren. Now, do you see the resemblance? Do you see it? Just take a look. What do you think?
That's stupid.
Virtually identical. Rocky Dennis. So Rocky Dennis played this guy.
Oh, it's a real character.
Yeah. It's a sad story.
What's it about?
Although me and my brother found a lot of comedy in that movie, and we shouldn't have, because it is. Cher was the father. Jesus Christ. Cher was the mother. And she played the mother of this guy. And this guy played this guy.
I want to watch this now.
Nah. I'll start laughing. So what happens is I get uncomfortable, like in movies that are. It's a funny movie. It's not meant to be funny. But I've watched the movie so many times as a kid.
It has some sort of disorder?
Yeah, it's fucked up. You know, you shouldn't laugh at shit like that, but it's just...
You laugh at it?
Let me know in the chat if you've ever laughed from Mask. It's a comedy. Yeah, this is Stelio too. I thought of it as a comedy. Yeah, let me know. It is really good, says Olympia Low Life. All right, let me know in the chat if you've ever laughed. And be honest. I know you guys are honest. And gals. Have you ever laughed during Mask? All right, Jesse, what's going on in the chat? Vlad says, yeah.
David Flores says, great fucking movie. Sean Hart, sick mind, single like. Olympia Low Life says it is really good. Steve Johnson says, I've actually never seen it, only clips. Two Joints says, saved on makeup. Vlad says, yes. NH says, it's a very sad movie. JBH will cry. Boss Kogar says, that dude's face, it grossed me out when I was a kid. Weezing336 says, Cher made be a man. Drunk Savage says, Forehead should star in the remake. Vigo Stockholm says, I saw that movie when I was a kid. Pulse says, somebody stepped on his face at birth.
Wonderful.
What is wrong with you, Paul?
I feel I can't watch the movie because I get uncomfortably laugh at this. It's so bad. There's certain things I laugh at horrible things. Nah.
Celia Jushin, there's this was funny. Almond Bro 74. I've absolutely laughed. Anthony Flanagan. Why can't I talk?
Because his face is looking at you. Because Rocky Dennis is staring into your soul.
Stroke. I said Flan.
Lick my balls.
All right. Anyway. Oh boy. Okay. All right. Everyone relax. It's a good. If you're listening on Podbean or iTunes, we're showing pictures of Rocky Dennis and Ben Askren together, and I can see the resemblance. Okay. Let's see. We've hit it every time we do a show here. We hit all-time lows.
We like to cross boundaries over here. You want to
see me? You want to see me doing my impersonation of Rocky Dennis?
All right, go for it.
All right.
Wait, when you do that, can I munch on some candy corn?
You sure can, Jesse.
Okay, hand me the candy corn.
Hold on, let me put that picture back up.
How many of you guys like candy corn?
All
Like, nobody likes candy corn around. I love candy corn. It's great. Okay. It's the best.
So now, if you're listening on the podcast, right, iTunes and Podbean, you're not going to see the comparison. But right now, I'm going to do my impersonation of this. Okay? Jesse, talk to them.
All right. Right now, I'm chewing on candy corn. Candy corn is disgusting. Wheezing 336. What is wrong with you? You know, people think candy corn is disgusting because everybody else thinks it's disgusting. But you really don't. It's like a guilty pleasure candy corn. I do, says Staley too. You rock, Staley. Chris, you're going to hell, says Vigo Stockholm.
You ready?
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. What do you think?
I think you did an excellent job.
Wonderful.
Thank you. My impersonations are perfect, and I transform into actors. Okay, so there you go. Did you like that, Jesse?
I liked it so much the candy corn even tasted better just watching.
Identical. Nailed it. All right, good. So now here's the deal. If you're listening on Podbean or iTunes, which we are destroying it over there as well, because everything we touch is gold, come over to YouTube and you can actually see that for yourself. All right, let me get rid of this. And
get rid of it.
Okay, go away, Rocky Dennis. Okay, there's Mark Ramundi. Look at this. What is he doing? Who's he talking to? And there's my shirt. I wore that last stream. All right, so let's go through a couple more topics here on the news. I do want to take a couple of phone calls before we wrap this shite up. Yeah. And then we are off for tonight. We'll be back for Bellator 206. Right now, there's 11 minutes on the clock. Marky Wahoo will be getting the love letter from JBH unless one of you save a hoe.
Vlad.
All right, points to Mystic or points to Jesse is how we do this. It is 29-20. All right, what else we have to do? Speed round.
When Khabib Nurmagomedov takes on Conor McGregor at UFC 229 in Las Vegas, Nevada on October 6th, he will do so without his father being among those in attendance at T-Mobile Arena due to travel issues. RT.com and MMA Fighting's Peter Carroll reported on Friday that Abdul Manap Nurmagomedov, Khabib's father, has not been granted a visa to enter the U.S. for the event. Per the reports, Khabib's father participated in an interview at the U.S. Embassy in Istanbul, Turkey on Friday, but was ultimately denied a visa. Khabib recognized during the summer that his father obtaining a visa could prove problematic. As a result, he took to social media to try to ask Dana White to help the cause by approaching President Donald Trump about the matter when the UFC boss visited the White House in August. The 30-year-old Russian fighter later followed that up by posting a photoshopped image of President Trump granting his father a visa. Meanwhile, McGregor has had strong words for the elder Nurmagomedov on social media, saying, "I can see you cowering behind fake respect, and just like your middle child, a quivering coward." Barring an unexpected turn of events, his father will not be able to witness his son put his perfect 26-0 record on the line in a UFC lightweight world title bout.
Do you guys and gals in the chat think that might... I mean, I don't think anything can psychologically get into Khabib's head. It's got to suck that his father can't be there for it. Mm-hmm. I don't know if this is going to affect him in the cage. Jesse, what do you think?
No, I don't think it's going to affect him, but I think if Khabib loses, which is highly unlikely, but if he loses, I think he would relate it or some way equate it to his father not being there.
You think he's going to use it as an excuse?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, he's never lost before, so we'll find out. We'll find out when he loses. All right, what... All right, anyway, what else do we have in the news? Speed round, motherfuckers.
Nick Diaz on Conor McGregor and Khabib Nurmagomedov saying, quote, "They're not that good." On October 6th, in the main event of UFC 229, undefeated UFC lightweight champ Khabib Nurmagomedov will attempt to defend his title opposite former UFC featherweight and lightweight champ Conor McGregor. For many fans and pundits, this fight represents the very best in mixed martial arts. Yet, in the eyes of former Strikeforce welterweight champ Nick Diaz, this fight isn't anything special. In fact, Nick Diaz feels Khabib and Conor really aren't as good as everybody's letting on, and that he'd beat both of them. He said, quote, "I'll beat both of them. I'll beat both their asses. They're not that good." Nick Diaz has not fought since January 2015 when he gave up a decision to Anderson Silva. This bout was later ruled a no contest when Silva tested positive for drostanolone and androsterone, and Diaz tested positive for marijuana. He lost his 2 next most recent bouts, giving up decisions to GSP and Carlos Condit. Diaz's last win occurred in 2011 when he defeated BJ Penn by decision. Khabib will step onto the canvas at UFC 229, having last fought in April when he captured the UFC lightweight title.
Yeah, I'm with Drunk Savage saying stop being a keyboard warrior, Nick, and fight already. Yeah, man. I don't know. I'm not feeling it. I'm not feeling it. Like, it's like when Michael Bisping retired and he started talking all that smack. It's just like, I mean, he's not technically retired, but it's just like, all right, fight. What do we like? I don't know. Next.
Yeah. UFC 229 schedule claims that Khabib versus Mcgregor press conference in Las Vegas will be open to the public. UFC recently released its schedule of events for UFC 229 Fight Week, including weigh-ins, open workouts, and pre-fight press conference for the Khabib McGregor pay-per-view event. If you're in town and want a replay of this highly entertaining showcase for both McGregor and opponent Khabib, who collide on October 6th for the Eagles lightweight strap, head over to Park Theater inside the MGM Grand on Thursday, October 4th at 2 p.m. local time. The official press conference kicks off at 3 p.m. local time, though you can expect McGregor to be late. On the plus side, you won't need a bottle proper 12 to get access. No doubt the place will be rocking for both headliners, and hopefully things don't get too out of control.
I want that crowd to be packed with the Rooskies and the Irishmen, the Irish peeps. I want to see that filled with excitement. I cannot wait for that press conference. Thursday, we will be reacting live to that shit, and it's going to be wonderful, wonderful.
Wonderful.
Big week for the MMA-Holes UFC 229. What else do we have in the news? There's only 7 minutes on the clock. Make sure you don't wait until the last second to donate. Right now, the points game is 20-29. Marky Wahoo is getting a love letter from JBH if the points stay the same. If you want your fellow JBH to win, make sure you drop a donation. If you want me to cruise over the finish line, go Mystic. Or if you want JBH, go JBH. What else we got?
The UFC changes its anti-doping policy, doping violations to be announced only after a case is fully resolved. The UFC has made a significant change to its anti-doping policy and is discussing the potential of several others. Since the UFC partnered with the United States Anti-Doping Agency to enact its anti-doping program in 2015, its policy has been to immediately announce any potential violation. In mid-July, however, the UFC decided to change its policy and will now announce a violation, typically a failed drug test, only after the case has been resolved. They said, quote, "I have nothing but the highest caliber of respect for USADA, but it would be obtuse on our part if we did not take a look after a 3-year period and say, what are the things we've learned and what changes might we need to make to this program?" This was the UFC Chief Legal Officer Hunter Campbell saying, quote, "If any athlete has a positive drug test, we aren't putting them in a fight until their case is resolved. But what we can do is give the athlete an opportunity to adjudicate their issue without the public rushing to judgment. Announcing the test result creates this narrative around the athlete before people understand the facts. One key factor in the UFC's decision will align its program with how Olympic athlete cases are handled by USADA is the amount of cases that have resulted in determinations of unintentional use. According to UFC Vice President of Athlete Health and Performance, Jeff Nowitzki, there have been 62 adjudicated cases under the UFC's program. Of those cases, 21 were ultimately ruled by USADA to be non-intentional use, most prevalently caused by supplement contamination, or a case in which a use exemption was granted. In other words, nearly 34% of the adjudicated cases were found to have no intentional performance-enhancing motive by the athlete. The UFC says that the figure is significant enough that it's best to wait until a case is fully resolved before releasing information.
So that means we're going to be left hanging in a lot of situations in the near future. When there's problems, we're going to wait, be left in the dust, left in the dark, I should say, and not know what the fuck's going on. Great. How many more stories do we have left?
That is it.
That is it. So what do you guys think in the chat about that? I mean, I understand why they're doing it. I'm just not pumped because now I feel like we're not going to know anything that's going on. It's going to be like, shh, and there's going to be money slipped under the table and blah, blah, blah. It's just grimy and disgusting. All right, 4 minutes are on the clock. Ladies and gentlemen, now it's getting down to the wire. After we find out who wins the points game, and tonight, the loser has to write a love letter to the high donator, and that is Marky Wahoo.
Are you ready for your love letter, Marky?
You're just... Wait, hold on a second. You're just taking the L right now?
No. Reverse psychology.
Mm-hmm.
And candy corn.
By the way, can you slow down? You're eating it like it's running away from you. You're just like, no, get back over here. Let me shove that in my mouth.
Are you saying you would like the rest of it?
No, I don't actually. It gave me a stomachache the other night.
Okay.
I got a tummy
Thanks.
ache.
It's all mine now. I'm eating it all.
All right.
Wonderful, wonderful.
So no caffeine, now sugar is where you're going to go with this, right?
I have to replace it with something.
Yeah, all right. Okay. Teeth are falling out. Just spit your teeth in this hand right over here. Okay. You're going to spit the candy corn out. All right. So there we go. 3 minutes on the clock. Who will win the points game? Mystic or JBH? Jesse, what is going on?
Stelio 2 and Steve Johnson are laughing in the chat.
No, I was going to say, Jesse, what's going on?
What do you mean what's going on?
I don't know. What's going on?
Oh, well, I'm eating some candy corn.
You got felony Charles Bennett over your shoulder. How you feel about that?
It's felony right there.
That's right.
Gotta put some candy corn in felony's mouth?
Sure.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Chat room, what's going on? 2 minutes on the clock and 50 seconds.
Sailor 2 says, I'm too morbid for this show. Kevin Costa says, yeah, because you took away her coffee, Chris. Drunk Savage says, Steve Johnson dying is the ultimate adventure. Brian Ridges says, JBH, how many grams of sugar in the bag? And how big is the bag?
It's crazy.
JBH is on a sugar high now, says Ann H. Gary Banter Sandwich says, swalk. Marky Wahoo says, birthday suit. Staley 2 says, JBH should have her own show. Nah, I like the show. Steve Johnson says, Drunk Savage is the finish line of life, the ultimate goal, laughing. You gotta break the tape at the end of the race with style. Mr. Alkaline says, Jon Jones is scared to eat out hookers because he might test positive for coke.
Whoa!
Sean Hart says, who's going to tune into AFL Grand Final after the Holes?
Not me.
Vito Stockholm says, Aussie rules football. Jimmy Barnes is a faggot.
What? He's a faggot?
Faggot.
Unbelievable.
Boss Coger says, in a pinch, I've used candy corn as an oil gasket. You keep saying that, says Stalio 2. Drunk Savage is laughing. Stalio 2 says, fuck Aussie football. NH says, I fap to gray hair.
Ooh,
LOL.
Nice.
Fap.
Ooh.
Fap.
NH, is that true?
Fap. Fap.
Well, maybe I should go a little grayer quicker for you,
Calm
NH.
down now, Chris.
Yeah. That's right.
Wonderful, wonderful.
That's it.
Oh, what a night. All right, we'll open up the phone lines as soon as the game is over. 1:20 on the clock. Jesse, let's play that music. You're going down, bitch. You're going down.
He just called me a bitch.
I called you a bitch on the air.
He's a cunt.
What? I'm a cunt. Will Jesse win? Will Mystic win? Will Jesse win? Or will it be time for TygerLyfe Energy?
Wonderful, wonderful.
What was that?
It was a premature. No, it's just,
I was all excited.
Well, tough. TygerLyfe Energy. Shout out to TygerLyfe. All right, here we go. 42 seconds left on the clock. It is getting down to the wire. Will I get the win, or will someone come in last second and save a hoe? 34 seconds on the clock. I am on the edge of my seat. I don't know what to do anymore. I'm going to pee all over myself because I do have to pee. But I'm going to wait.
Can I watch?
After the show. And we're going to open up phone lines. We'll open up the phone lines with 20 seconds left on the clock. Get your thoughts on Bellator this weekend. Mcgregor versus Khabib next weekend. A lot of stuff to talk about. UFC 230. Who is the main event? 10, 9, 8, 7, Jesse, 6, 5,
4, 3, 2. Yes!
Oh, it didn't go through?
No, it did.
No! It didn't alert. It did not alert, but it doesn't really matter. I don't think
it went through.
Well, he didn't even write anything.
He wants his letter in video format. Also, anybody see the new show where the airplane went missing for 5 years?
All right, hold on a second. We'll wait for it.
Letter in video format.
Well, here's the deal. What we can do is we can make him the highest donator because he did drop in. Oh, G-Man. G-Man came in.
Kick my balls, please.
Thank you, G. All right. Thank you, G-Man, for that. But Pulse came in after. He came in after. What do we do here?
You tell me.
Well, the donation didn't show up yet. Marky says give it to him. You know, we should give it to Marky because that is the rules, right? When the time's up, the game's over. And even G-Man's donation came in after the buzzer. So here, let's wait on Pulse's donation coming in right now. Thank you for the donations. Pulse resurrected.
I want my letter in video format. Also, anybody seen that new show where the airplane went missing for 5 years?
Which show is that? Thank you for the donation, man. Very generous. Appreciate it. Is that Lost? For 5 years?
I don't know if it was 5 years.
Well, you're just
I think
going with
5
Lost? Is it Lost? I mean,
yeah.
I saw like bits and pieces. I never saw it, but I heard the ending was horrible. So, anyway, Pulse, apologies, but you came in after the buzzer. So, Marky Wahoo gets the win! And JBH does the love song. Thank you so much for
ready,
playing
Marky?
tonight. Wonderful, wonderful.
Marky,
Wonderful.
things are about to get sensual up in here.
All right, so Marky, make sure. Actually, we have your address. Well, you know what? Slide into the DMs at the MMA-Holes and just shoot your address to us again because I lose everything. But yeah, slide your address in, and JBH will give you her love letter. Oh my God! Now, what can you expect in this love letter?
What would you normally put in a love letter?
Sexual,
Roses are red.
Terrible.
Violets
things.
are blue.
Yeah.
The MMA holes are far from sweet. But I think you are, boo.
Is that what you're going to write? All right. Well, tune in. We're going to find out. Are you going to put your love letter on the MMAHoles.com or is it going to be...
It's up to Marky. It's a personal letter to Marky.
Fair enough. All right. So when Marky gets the letter, if he wants it on the MMAHoles.com, he'll put it there. Jesse, you're like a black guy at the movie theater. What are you doing?
That's so racist.
What are you doing? And why is that? I don't understand. Nah?
What?
No.
I'm throwing it away.
Oh, okay. There it goes. She went through the whole bag. No lie.
Didn't. It wasn't the whole bag. There was like this much left of it. We went through the whole bag in the course of like 4 days.
Weezing said Pulse made it in time. No, so basically when the donation alert happens, it has to happen before the time is out. That's why we have a timer over there. Maybe she'll send Pulse something else. I don't know.
That's his reaction.
Maybe you can send Pulse something else. He did drop a 20 spot for God's sakes.
Spray your perfume on the letter.
All right.
Well, I said I was gonna have Chris spray his cologne.
All right. Racist Chris. Pulse made it in time. JBH, spray your perfume on the letter. Chris is late for his clan meeting, says Drunk Savage. I am running late. All right, let's open up the phone lines over here. Okay. We're going to take like 3 calls, and then we're going to shut this shit down. Thank you for joining us. It was a wonderful, wonderful night. I did have a good time. Jesse, did you have a good time?
I had a wonderful, wonderful time.
A wonderful, wonderful time.
I always have a
FOOK
wonderful
Friday.
time with you.
All right. So, yeah, we should send Pulse something, too. What should we send him?
He wanted a video. Well, we can send it to his address. We can send him a letter.
But he came in after the buzzer. So Marky has to get the love letter, but maybe we'll send him another wristband.
A wristband?
Or something. I don't know, Pulse. We'll figure it out. All right, Ann. We're going to open up the phone lines right now. Phone lines. I want to know your thoughts on who is going to be headlining this mystery UFC 230 card. Let me know about the event tomorrow. Gegard Mousasi versus Roy McDonald. And I'm just multitasking, so don't mind me. And there we go. Phone lines open. 516-522-0267. We'll take 3. 3, and then we're going to wind this thing down. I got to pee. So
I got to pee too, so don't pee too long.
All right, here we go. Here's one call.
Don't pee too long.
Yes. You are live with the MMA-Holes. What's your name? What is on your minds?
Dan Murphy.
Murphy, what's up?
Murphy.
What up, Dan?
What's going on, guys?
Not much. We're just fooking off.
Are you guys going to come to the Bellator thing at the National Coliseum, or are you going to be...
Never.
You know, and it's funny you bring that up. Let me show that right now. The Bellator thing. He's talking about Triton fights. They're doing something over here. Hold on. Let's go to Triton. I'm going to show this shit. So, where is it at? What the fuck? Hold on.
Daniel Murphy, how do you feel? Have you and Michelle ever peed together like a loving couple?
That's a great question.
No.
What do you mean? No. Yeah. I don't know what she's talking.
We witnessed each other pee, but we haven't peed at the same time.
Do you guys pee with the doors open?
Yes.
Okay. So do you shit with the doors open?
No.
Okay. Good. I was getting a little nervous there.
Well, then you guys always know when the other's shitting because the door's closed.
All right. So back to...
You have to use potpourri.
Potpourri? Oh, we should get some potpourri.
We spray, so...
We have a candle. We have a pumpkin spice candle.
Yeah, Jesse takes some big dumps. She clogs the bowl. It's really ridiculous.
Yeah, he's talking about himself.
Anyway, Bellator is happening it's Bellator 208. It's October 13th, and there's an after party at the Space. And the reason why Triton Fights is doing this is because a lot of their fighters are fighting on that card. In fact, on the Monday show, we're going to have Castro, the entertainer. He's coming on. He's from Triton Fights, and he's fighting on Bellator over there. So shout out. Good luck to those peeps. Dan, are you going to this thing?
Yes.
Oh, awesome. So what we're going to do is this. We're going to react to the fight. And if we can get the shit done in time, maybe we'll shoot on over. I'm assuming it's going to be going for a little bit. So maybe we'll shoot on over and hang with you guys at the after party because they are going to the fight. So I'm assuming there's a lot of people that are going to be there late, especially the fighters are going to be a little bit late because they got to wash up and shit. So maybe we'll do the stream and then shoot on over and meet you guys over there. You bringing Michelle?
Maybe, yeah, absolutely. And maybe you could do the stream. They have a little bar to the side, not in the main room. Maybe you could do the stream from there.
I would like to do something like that. You know what? Maybe we'll talk to Chris. We actually just spoke to Frank from TygerLyfe and, just brainstorming. Frank is an awesome dude. He's like our main sponsor over here. And shout out to TygerLyfe Energy. They got a really good product over there. So link in the description for that. Dan, you've had TygerLyfe. You've actually sat in the VIP section. What do you think about sipping on that delicious TygerLyfe?
I thought it was good.
There you go. Now, did you fuck for hours after you had a night of TygerLyfe in your system?
Not for hours, but it did the job.
All right, well, fair enough. All right, so you're going to be there, and we're going to try to make it there. We'll probably see you there. I'm thinking we'll make an appearance at some point, whether we're streaming or whatever. We'll figure something out. So see how that goes down.
Yeah, if I remember correctly, Bellator has on Friday night they have fights in Connecticut, and then on Saturday they have them at the Coliseum.
Yeah, that one is the Coliseum. Yeah. Frank was saying he's all pumped up. He's got some guys that he sponsors that's going to be over there. So they're going to be tailgating. Actually, if you go to the Coliseum, they will be tailgating for that whole thing. So keep a lookout for Frank over there. He'll be passing out some free stuff.
Sounds good.
All right, Dan. We'll see you soon. Daniel Murphy coming in. All right, we're going to take two more calls. 516-522-0267.
I do, Drunk Savage. I poop quickly like a bird. I'm in the bathroom, and then I'm out.
In and out. That's right.
I don't know about him. Do you poop quickly like a bird?
Nah, sometimes I got to hold on to the walls, and sometimes it goes down.
Do you really hold on to the walls, or is that just a metaphor that you use? I always wonder, do you actually hold on to the walls?
I get completely naked, and I hover over the bowl like a bird flying over its prey, and I'm like, you haven't heard me squawk as I take my shits? You ever hear of a self-cleaning shit? You ever hear of that?
No.
When me and my friend Mike, when we were kids, if we would have a self-cleaning shit, we would like high five each other. That's when you go to the bathroom, no wipe required. It just comes out, evacuates, no wipe. Like you just wipe, like it's amazing, nothing's there.
Oh yeah, I've had those.
They're called a self-cleaning shit.
Oh, I didn't know that's what they were.
No, that's
called.
what we called them.
Have you ever had a ghost shit?
Is that when you think you're taking a shit?
It's when you feel the shit coming out. You hear it hit the water, but it's not in there.
You don't hear it hit the water. You feel it coming out.
No,
like
you hear it. You hear it hit the water.
No, the
like
ghost
drops.
shit. It feels like it comes out, but you don't.
No, ghost shit is like you actually shit, but you look in the bowl and there's nothing there.
516-522-0267. Call in about your shits. Let's just take one more call. One more call, and then we're going to wind this shit down. Thank you to the donators tonight.
CBD.
And hey, we got a CBD. Hold the phone line because motherfuckers are donating.
CBD.
Grinding.
CBD. It helps with healing process and inflammation and stuff like that. So you wanted to get these for before, after, training, and make your life a better place.
Grinding in the shadows.
I love that everybody likes
What
the
up,
ghost
holes?
shit.
What up, grinding?
What up, grinding?
There you go. Grinding coming in with the last minute donation. Appreciate it very much. Yeah, ghost shit. I've heard of the ghost shit. I've heard of that.
Yeah.
I've heard of ghost ship. I've heard of that.
Have
But
you ever
ghost
had
shit-
the type of shit where
You're making up the hit the water part. That's
No, have you ever had the type
You
of
don't
shit where
hear
like your shit hits the water and the water bounces back into your asshole and then
I've had that,
you feel like
yes.
you have herpes now, like because especially in a public restroom, you're like, hepatitis.
you ever wetter. You have like you've wiped your ass with like an adult baby wipe.
Never.
You what?
Yeah, you've told me about
amazing.
this.
It's
I
amazing.
have no.
Have you
what-
ever Have you ever had a situation where you had to wet the wipe to make sure everything was good down there?
No.
No. You never wet the wipe?
No.
Really?
Yeah. I'm a pretty clean.
How the fuck?
I'm a clean shitter.
Maybe because
but I've had bloops. I've had the Paul. You know what I'm talking about. It's like it drops and it's like bloop, and it goes right back into your butt. The water.
Yeah. If you have a little pellet
and
that
then
comes
you
out,
think you have hepatitis,
and sometimes it comes back and splashes in your
Dudes,
asshole.
what the fuck are you talking about?
We're all family here, right? Isn't that how this works? It's FOOK Friday. It's the end of the show, and yeah. When I was a kid, this is pretty disgusting, and hopefully someone calls and interrupts this. When I was a kid, and I would shit, and it would hit the water and splash in my ass.
I'm trying to eat my stew. Stop.
And it would splash up and hit my asshole.
Yeah.
I would get excited when I was a kid, right?
Oh.
And let me tell you why. I'll get excited because there was water in there, and then I would take the fucking toilet paper and I would wipe it out and be like, oh, there's water in there. It's gonna help me clean it up. So I thought it was cleaner. I was a kid. I had no idea.
Oh.
Yeah. When I got old,
hepatitis.
Hepatitis.
You can get hepatitis
From shit water?
From other people's feces, you can get hepatitis.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, if you eat it, maybe.
Well,
how are you gonna get fucking? What are you talking about?
You're asking me.
You got to eat the shit.
That's why people don't like cleaning restrooms.
How are you gonna get hepatitis from shit? Like if I touched shit by accident.
No, it doesn't work that way.
What?
It doesn't work. You don't just touch shit.
So how are you gonna get hepatitis from other people's shit?
It's going into your body. If it's in if it's going inside your open asshole.
Wait, who is shit?
If there's hepatitis around. If you're in a public restroom and there's hepatitis in the bowl.
Okay, so if I sit on a bowl.
It's going into your open asshole.
Thank fucking God. You're alive with the MMA-Holes. What's your name? What is on your mind?
It's an error.
Thank you, Ann. You saved us.
And do you have hepatitis?
Heck no.
Have you ever got hepatitis from someone else's shit?
I know, wait for 5 minutes.
All right.
I'm shit talking.
Yeah, I don't know. We are shit talking right now. And what's going on, Ann? How you been?
I'm better. The mic's sick now.
You do sound a lot better.
Yeah.
Yay.
Mike's sick now.
You gave it to Mike H. Oh my God.
Yes, I did.
How dare you? Now, are you returning the favor? Or are you taking care of Mike?
Yes, of course.
Can we get this through the phone lines?
He's out like a light.
Well, no, maybe because he's watching this show. That does that to people.
He was watching, but he's just so sick. Yeah.
Yeah. You know what you should do? You should flick him in the nuts while he's sleeping. You should just give him like a little middle finger and just flick him in the nuts.
Can I do that to you tonight?
You would love that.
Yeah, if I want to be alive, I won't do that. No.
No, you don't want to do that. All right. NH, you
never hear the snitter again.
Yeah, that's true. All right, don't do that. We want you alive. We like a live NH. You know, we don't want a murdered NH, right, Jesse?
Right. And Salio2 sends his love.
Oh, thank you, Salio2.
Isn't it amazing, though? I got to say,
you too.
You get a couple of nut job comments, but I have to say this. The majority of this chat room, and hit me with the ones in the chat if you love NH.
I fucking love NH.
I think they love NH.
I love NH.
I love NH.
All the MMA-Holes.
Yeah. I think.
I fucking love you guys too.
Yeah. Well,
I love you.
I love you. Shower Ann with some ones in that chat if you love NH. The 7%. Look at that. Look at these ones coming in, Ann. How about that? They love you.
They got ones? The ones coming in? Okay.
Drunk Savage says that you're pure love, Ann.
You really are.
Aw. Thank you, guys.
There you go. See?
I love all you guys, too. You guys are awesome.
You're good people. They don't make many people like you, Ann. Where did they make you? Where were you born?
Where did they make me?
Yeah.
My mom made me.
Yeah, your
and
mom?
my daddy.
Did they ever tell you the story how you were conceived?
The birds and the bees.
Actually, I was a big surprise.
Really? Your father didn't pull out?
It took 6 years.
Oh, okay. Wow, 6 years?
Me and my brother are 6 years apart. Yes, that was a big surprise. They were very happy.
So, wow. So they probably gave up having a little fun one night, had a little proper 12, and then your father popped in an NH, right? Holy shit. That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's awesome stuff.
Wow.
Surprise. You're a pleasant surprise, though, for God's sakes. Jesus, what a good person.
Thank you.
All right, we're going to stop sucking
your
your
tits.
tits.
Why don't you lick her ass a little more?
I'm going to stop sucking your tits right now. And listen, who's winning this fight tomorrow night? Gegard or Rory McDonald?
The saucy. Gay guard. Yeah.
Gay guard for the win.
Gay guard.
Hey, guard.
Hey guard.
I just wanted to say that so I could say gay.
Are you sick of Jon Jones?
I'm sick of Jon Jones, but like you said, I would watch him fight.
There you go. And what do you rate JBH 1 to 10, 10 being the most beautiful?
10.
Whoa, my God.
She's beautiful.
Aw, Ann.
There you go.
Even if she's not on her, caffeine, no caffeine.
I know, Ann. Can you believe it? Would Mike ever do that to you, Ann? Would Mike ever take away your caffeine?
I'm a tyrant.
No.
It's so crazy.
Yeah. But now you're on a sugar high, so that's good.
It is good. You know what? Chris said it for all the right intentions, so I can't really blame him. I give him shit, but I can't blame him.
Yeah, I'll just shove the goddamn celebrity trophy in her pussy later. You know what I'm saying, Ann?
Wonderful.
Yeah. I see that. Yeah, okay.
Really?
I don't want to... Never mind. That bad image. Okay, I'm ahead now.
And thanks for the call. Real quick.
I don't like seeing if your parents are, see the image
shit.
of your parents.
Hopefully Mama Hill's not
talking.
Yeah, that would be bad.
She's heard and said worse.
That's true. She's doing that to her father right now. Right? It runs in the family. All right, so what do you think, Ann? Khabib or Conor? Who's winning?
Father? Jesse's. I'm sorry, my father's in heaven along with my mother, but
God bless. God bless both of them, lovely souls, for putting you on this planet. Right? That's it.
Hey,
that's what matters.
Conor's gonna win by KO. Yes, Conor's gonna win, most definitely.
Yes, that's right. Smart woman, Ann.
Olay,
right.
olay.
All right, Ann H. The only way to close out the show is with you. Any last words?
Just a shout out to all the MMA-Holes in the chat.
Hell yeah.
Love you guys.
All right,
you know
Ann.
who I'm talking about. They know. I can't name all of them, but
they know.
They know. All right, Ann. Thanks for the call.
They know.
All right. Go away. All right, so Ann H, the best
of the
is
bunch. Khabib time.
Habib time. Stay tuned because next week we will have a Bellator fighter on Monday night. Also sponsored by TygerLyfe Energy. You're gonna love this interview. He's real full of personality, and we're gonna introduce you to our new friend. Tomorrow night we're gonna be reacting for Rory versus Gay Guard. Bellator 206. And next week is going to be a goddamn roller coaster. We're going to be taking you all the way up to UFC 229, the press conference reactions, another 3 shows on top of that shite, and we'll see you on Saturday as well. Jesse, read us the news. No. Last words to the MMA-Holes.
Don't be an a-hole.
I love you more.
Be an MMA hole.